Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network as we go live tonight for WWE RAW. And if you're here, you know it's early. If your friends don't, go find them. But we got lots to talk about, lots to get into, crazy times ahead, and so much news going on in the wrestling world. Me and that pretty face going to break it down. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you Raw tonight. We're looking forward to this one. Lots to talk about, lots to unfold, and a lot of buzz in the wrestling world for different reasons. New champions, rumors, ratings, all the fun stuff, the usual catastrophe that is the wrestling world. But like I said, me and my partner in crime are going to have you for the next couple hours. And if you don't know who we are, well, I am Mr. Evernight, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and tonight's an absolutely stacked Monday Night Raw. I mean, we've got the Tornado tag team between the Usos and the Bronzes. And then we've also got an IC title match. We've got Bayley versus Raquel. I think Io and Rhea are also supposed to be there as well. So yeah, absolutely stacked Monday Night Raw, my guy.
Lots going on. And I mean, a lot of questions as far as what's going to happen heading into Crown Jewel. Dominic and Rusev should be interesting. We'll see how that plays out, how that ties into everything that's going on with the IC and the Judgment Day and all that fun stuff. Yeah, we're going to follow up from last week's main event as far as Rhea's not happy and she wants to get her hands on somebody. So we'll see what that looks like tonight. It's going to be interesting there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Nick. Like you said, lots going on.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I have a theory of how we get out of this the Tornado tag match. That's probably going to be the main event with the Usos versus the Bronzes. I think that's where we see Roman Reigns.
I would 100% agree with that. I've been anticipating that.
Think you set up Braun versus Roman at Crown Jewel?
Braun versus Roman at Crown Jewel? Potentially. I mean, I almost wonder if do they try some six-man type thing? Then who would the...
Seth's already at Crown Jewel, though. He's taking on Cody, remember?
Yeah, that's true. Where do you slide Roman in?
Roman versus Braun. Just straight up singles match. He's already faced Bronson.
Okay.
He probably has the singles match with Braun, and then we get to Survivor Series, and we might get Team Bloodline OG versus Team Vision, and we might just add one or two people on the sides there. Could you see the Usos and Roman and John Cena versus the Vision and Brock Lesnar in a Survivor Series War Games match?
Potentially. I mean, people talked about like the super babyface team of like a Cody, Roman, maybe Sammy's in the mix. So possibly, my only question is if you turn on and you get Braun versus Roman, what do you do with the Usos? Like they're currently feuding with the tag team. So, and Braun have felt more of a tag team than Solo. So I don't know, maybe, but I don't know if that's where they go with it because you're just going to leave the Usos on the sideline for at least Crown Jewel.
Well, I mean, yeah, for that. I mean, if Roman's going to come back and everything, what does Roman come back and do? Does he just cheer on, the Usos when they take on the Bronze again at Crown Jewel? Because what's the six-man going to be? You get Brock thrown in there suddenly?
Yeah, I think Brock would, people had talked about it, would it be like the Vision with Brock Lesnar as an additional man? Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of ties that cross right now. There's Punk on the other side. So now, like I said, you're setting up the super babyface team. I mean, there's options. But I don't know. I mean, they seem to want they just got the Usos back. So we'll see because they want to do something with them.
You can still do something with them, but they just sit on the sidelines for Crown Jewel. That's all I'm saying. Is that at Crown Jewel, add on to the champ versus champ matches, you kind of flesh it out with some other big marquee matches of Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker. And then when we get out of that, we can build towards Survivor Series where you can do a 6-man if you want to. You can do this, you can do that. You can bring the Usos back after that. I think we at some point are going to get Roman versus Braun. I think Crown Jewel is probably where we're going to get it at.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not convinced, but we'll see if that's how their booking plays out. But again, we got lots coming your way, folks. Don't forget, this week we do have the anniversary of AEW Dynamite. 6 years, and everything's great. So we will have that. We'll have the Fallout tomorrow. The Ricky Starks era begins. The Revolution will be televised, and we will be here to cover it Thursday. Wing of the Ring is going to return with a little bit of a different twist to it. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. Our buddy Geek Box is stopping by, so be here on Thursday for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, we head into Crown Jewel and all the pay-per-views that are coming up, Halloween Havoc, Full Gear. There is a loaded calendar. And don't forget, click that little bell. Some of these shows are all over the place, folks. 8 p.m. next week, 8 a.m. the week after. So be on your toes as moving the schedule around. Probably not a good thing, Nick.
Yeah, well, then we're counter booking again. We haven't even fully talked about that coming out of No Mercy. So we're counter booking again of Invasion going toe-to-toe with Title Tuesday. So now WWE, after, getting their shit rocked by All Out versus WrestlePalooza, is going back at it again.
Wait.
I was doing the quotations. I was just doing the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the air quotes.
Wait.
Yes, for those not fully watching, I was doing the quotes. If I don't agree with that,
you glitched, so you just smiled.
Fair enough. But no, air quotes of how after the counter programming of All Out didn't go well for WWE, allegedly, now they're back at it again with NXT and TNA versus Dynamite.
Yeah, no, and I mean, again, is it really counter booking when your competition moves into your night and you just want to make sure your night's good? I mean, we've told Tony this before. If they're going to counter book you, pack your show, make your show worth watching, make sure your show's unmissable. But we keep playing these games. And then again, I know you touched on it with the quotations, but I mean, you got guys out there that want to feed you the bullshit. And I don't know how you can report on something with half the numbers or half the assumptions. Oh, this company did this and it never affected. You have no idea the effect. I think WrestlePalooza, I found it very funny today of, ESPN hasn't put out the number that WrestlePalooza did on ESPN. So that means it was probably bad. Well, we can't find HBO Max numbers anywhere. Oh, no. Don't worry. Those are good. Trust me, bro. How do you have that double standard?
Because it's in the millions and millions that the numbers can't even calculate how many people watch it on Max, sir.
Right? Like, it's lunacy to me. It's absolute. If people can't see through the hypocrisy, if people can't see through the obvious bias lean on the reporting, I'm sorry, we can't help you. There's nothing we can do here that are going to make you see the light any different. But we'll
still try.
Absolutely. But yeah, dude, it blows my mind. I mean, the fact that you have these guys, Alvarez in particular, like, how do you do that? Like, how do you tell one side of the story without even knowing the other side? Oh, well, they clearly were affected. Prove it. Like, there is a lack of proof coming from the one camp. Nobody in that camp has any proof or facts or figures. Nothing. It's just thoughts. Oh, I thought it was good, so it must have been good.
Well, my thought on the situation is, to be honest, I think they were both pretty much on that C average like we've talked about. So I don't think one really outdid the other too much. If I had to give the advantage, I'd give it to WrestlePalooza because if you had less matches to fuck up. But
Palooza
that's
was
about
better
it.
Overall. And you know what? No Mercy was better than All Out because All Out and Tony continues to book 5 or 6 shit matches every pay-per-view. And I'm sorry for the fans out there that don't want to believe that or want to, oh, no, it was all good. No, it wasn't all good. You gave us 4 pre-show matches that we didn't need, that didn't add. You had one of the worst fucking women's street fights I've seen ever. And then this idea that they were on par or somehow the the WWE was rocked, but no, you're ridiculous. They didn't move the time of their show. The other company did. And the idea that they did 140, great. What did the other company do before we're running out of our mouth? But again, even 140, when did we start celebrating mediocrity?
Very true, very true, very true.
With that all being said, folks, man of many words over there.
I was letting you go, and I think we both are still in agreement of it. I was just having to play, devil's advocate of. I still do. I know you feel it was a much clearer difference between WrestlePalooza and All Out. I think they were a little bit closer, but I still give it to WrestlePalooza. But we're not out there acting like it was, oh my God, it was a blowout. It was 30-0. They started doing a running clock because it was such a layup here. Let's not be realistic or ridiculous with that.
No, not at all. And again, if Tony wants to put on a better show, do 9 matches and make them good matches. Stop giving. And again, part of this good show, and I'm sorry, Nick, I know you feel like it was close. There was not a single match on WrestlePalooza as bad as that coffin match. There wasn't a single match nearly the level of Eddie Kingston and Big Bill. There wasn't a single match like Riho and Mercedes. Like, those are just 3 of the examples, not counting the throwaway matches.
Was there a match as good or better than Kyle Fletcher versus Hangman Page? And I know you and I probably feel differently on that match, but was there a match that was better than that?
No, I think that I said it. I think the one thing All Out had better than WrestlePalooza was the better main event.
Oh, for sure. If you're going main event versus main event, yeah, for sure. But if you did the Steph versus EO versus Hangman Fletcher, which to you was the better match?
They're really close. And I know people tried to paint this Hangman Fletcher match as like a all-time classic, but I'm not there. It was a good match. It was a fun match. All-time classic? Nah, that's recency bias. That's trying to prop something up. And ultimately, yeah, the EO match cooked too. So they were neck and neck. And I do feel like they had the best match of the night in Hangman and Fletcher, maybe by a slight bit. But ultimately, if Tony would just edit himself and clean up his shit, then we could say that was an amazing pay-per-view. Nobody goes to a movie that, an hour of it's garbage, but 30 minutes was great and go, that was a phenomenal movie. Nobody does that.
Well, and to me, it's WrestlePalooza was the line, and we'll say hi to the people after this. If WrestlePalooza was the line of it was good, but not great, but also not terrible at any point, I would say. It just kind of rode the line.
Yeah.
All Out had its points of being great, and it's had its points of being terrible. And that's what I think kind of sets the divide of the highs and the lows, ending up the median of it.
Yeah. I mean, again, if All Out was 8 matches and you cut out some of the bullshit, amazing pay-per-view. But he can't help himself. He's got to get everybody on the card, and it's killing the shows. And until somebody gets that, I don't know what we're going to do. But Zach's back with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fill up that chat. Let us know how you're feeling out there. Congrats to the new champ, Big OG Dale. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? And, of course, Spaz, Big Dog, and Mega. Top 3 from last night. Jason, how you doing? Today is National Coffee Day. What is your favorite brewed goodness? Today is National Fall Foliage Day. There's plenty of foliage in the backyard, but I love coffee, so I'm not picky. You want me
I'm not a coffee guy, so this is the weird, like, you love it, so you'll take whatever, and I'm a tea guy. And the fall foliage thing kind of got me because I live in New England, so that's where all the goddamn leaf peepers show up and everything all during the fall season here. So yeah,
there we go. But Bradley, the giver of gifts out here with a trifecta. Thank you so much, Bradley, and hopefully whoever gets those ones are pretty pumped about it. 2 for the Blue Jays winning the division, and 1 for the Yankees getting the wild card. So I
can't win in this situation though, because I'm a Yankees fan who lives next door to a Red Sox fan. As I said, I live in New England. So the Yankees play the Red Sox in the wild card after the Red Sox barely got into the goddamn playoffs. And then if we win, we get to play your Blue Jays. So I'm just up against it for all of this postseason.
Yeah, I was looking at it today and I'm thinking, I mean, if it's the Yankees versus the Jays, we might have to have a conversation here, sir. But big, first time in 10 years, the Jays win the division, and good for them. Yankees had a hot little run up to the playoffs there to kind of push them, but let's go Jays, man.
Well, and it's nice to see, honestly, respectfully, it's nice to see the Blue Jays kind of put everything together. They've always had, they were a team that was really good and had a lot of young prospects and a lot of second generation, talent and everything. So now to see them finally get it all to click together, I like it. Being honest.
Yeah, they went through some trials and tribulations, so let's see how they do. But with that being said, Dennis back with us. Dougie, how you doing? Teach me how to WFU. Shout out.
Click on Dennis's again real quick, just because I want to read it, because I read it earlier.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Dennis, next month is my birthday month. Donate to Men's Mental Health and Spina Bifida Association if you can. Shout out, Dennis. That's awesome, and happy early birthday.
Early birthday. Shout out, Dennis. Eric, welcome back, sir. Let's go. Looking forward to the Usos versus Braun Breaker versus Bronson Reed. Should be a good one. Clay Lewis is back with us. Joe, I see you. How you doing? Dennis again. Evening all. Gumby, Dominic versus Rusev. Period. Apparently. Tornado tag, Braun. Was that text type to text? Is that what's happening here?
Probably.
Or say to text. Yeah, period. All right. Bailey versus Rodriguez. We'll get more of the hugger Bailey, and we're not quite sure what she's doing. And yeah, AJ Lee, Dragon Lee against Los Americanos.
Now, I don't know if actually been announced.
I don't think so.
That would be so. They've had the idea, I guess, or they've allegedly had the whole trademark of trying to put together the other grandes of Los Americanos, El Pollo Loco, right, and everything. And if they're really going to do AJ Styles and Dragon Lee as a tag team, just so that everyone will say AJ Lee, I mean, it's clever, but I want to see AJ interfere in the Rusev Dom IC match. I don't want to see him done with the IC title, especially if we now know we're in the back nine, we're in the late innings of AJ's career.
Yeah, I've been kind of pushing for AJ. I've been beating that AJ drum. Like, come on. He's getting close to the end. I'd like to see him do a really cool thing and have a really cool run. But I think at this minute, it might be a little delayed as they've pivoted and gone the way of AJ Styles versus John Cena at Crown Jewel, which is funny. I mean, again, this kind of felt a little bit of like fan-willed, where a lot of people were buzzing about it. And AJ was pretty shocked that it happened. So,
and it's going to be probably the best match of Crown Jewel, because those two guys are going to know what that match means, I feel, and going to lay it out there.
Yeah, and John, I feel like, has been trying to lay it out there in these matches, hitting Styles clashes and Canadian destroyers. Like, who is this guy?
Right.
I know I picked Ricky last. Okay. Don't know what that is, but we'll get back to it.
Bradley was calling it a controversy of whether he might have retained as champion or not.
Well, right now, OG Dale's the champ. I can always double verify, but I went through everything, and it looked like OG Dale got it, but I'll double check. The title wasn't on the line. Not for Victory Road. No, it was not. What's up, Paul? What's up, Josh? What's up, Mike? How you doing? Mike, welcome back. I know you were having a little bit of trouble with your VPN.
Yeah, I'll speak on this briefly, as we got about just under 10 minutes of. So I use the VPN so I can watch it like I'm in Canada, so it's easier for us to sync up and everything. For whatever reason, the VPN I use didn't like Canada, and even my personal account without using the VPN didn't like pulling up Monday Night Raw or anything from WWE. Like, there was a good chunk at times to where like stuff wasn't available. I could get it in the UK, or if I used the VPN in the US, I could get Monday Night Raw, but Canada and my actual personal account couldn't pull it up. I was like, what is going on here? Netflix has cracked down on the password sharing and everything like that.
Yeah. So
I don't know if they're cracking down on using the VPNs too as well to, hey, this is how ESPN wants their money. Don't use a VPN over here.
Right. Well, that's it. Like, anytime they kind of want you to pay, you even see it with some of the Jack Sparrow, those piratey sites out there. They get shut down all the time and have to pop back up. And it's this game of cat and mouse. So good luck to everybody.
Right.
I'll double check. Bradley Happy birthday to my little brother Trove. I love you, dog. MDB, welcome back. Happy birthday to the little knee pad. I hope he is enjoying his day.
Well, does he end up being an elbow pad instead of a knee pad?
Yeah, elbow pad for sure. Cherokee George, welcome back, sir. Wrestling proud. What is going on? I saw my first cop on a horse yesterday. Yes, they do exist.
They exist.
I've seen several because of where I live or where I lived. But yes, my infamous nothing worse than getting pulled over by a cop on a horse. Wasn't just the horse. I will remind people there was a man on it.
That was the greatest moment in our channel's history, I feel, because I thought literally the fucking horse pulled like, you over. Hey, you over here,
get over there. What's up, Sean? Welcome back, sir. The toothless aggression gonna win the whole thing. LOL. Let's go. Was that about? Oh, I don't know. Happy 29th Nintendo 64 and Super Mario are getting a happy birthday today.
Holy crap. Well, I think also Tajiri's birthday was today as well. I saw a couple people mention that. I can't remember who else. Candy LaRue?
Candice LeRae tonight.
Mrs. Gargano?
Mrs. Gargano, Mrs. Wrestling, if you will. Dirty Dom defends the Intercontinental Championship against the Redeemer Rusev tonight. Yes, he does. Welcome back, Ronan Christian. Good to see you. I saw your congratulations towards the Blue Jays, so thank you for that. Bradley, let's go. How you doing, buddy? Again, the giver of gifts. We appreciate it. W. Anthony Thompson, what's up? What's up? Let's go. As we are about 6 minutes away. Alan's back with us. Hashtag lunacy all day long. Let's go. Alex Wilson, I believe a newer name. Hello, Alex. Bonkers back with us. Denisha's in the house. French vanilla. French vanillas are phenomenal. Let's go. Sabat. Blue Jays fat. Yankees fat.
Fair enough, I guess.
Right? Red Sox fat.
Watching while shopping in hell. I mean, Walmart.
Well, watch where you're walking, but bump in anybody with a wrestling t-shirt. Let them know what you're watching. Wild card playoff start tomorrow. Yes, it does. 2 out of 3. Let's go. You got to beat the Red Sox twice.
I trust me, my guy. Like I said, I'm in an echo chamber of shit talk right now. I live next to a Red Sox neighbor, and I got you.
Right.
I'll watch it. Well, don't admit that on screen.
That's it. Do you, boo-boo? Paul, welcome back. Rags, welcome back. It sounds like an act show. So Paul's already in a right mood for tonight's events. Big Nick, what are your thoughts on the Cowboys and Packers game last night ending in a tie? Boo! Fucking Dax Prescott. I hate him.
Well, you worried about it, and it's Dak, not Dax.
You heard me.
Right. All three of y'all. But to me, again, it's still, I hate the overtime rules at times when it comes to the NFL, especially as with being a Bills fan in the playoffs. But they're not going to do college football. That's how you're going to get the weird ties and everything to do. The one overtime, and that's it for the regular season. So they now get this weird tie. It felt weird just too because Micah Parsons now on the Green Bay Packers taking on the Cowboys after he gotten traded at like the start of the season. So yeah, you would have liked to have seen it being a decisive game instead of a tie. It's the blue balls of a football game.
Yeah. No, you ran out and got the 2 quarterbacks I won the championship with last year. Just copied my. I'll go get them. So there you go. You got both.
I had the number 1 pick. Both. I'm going to take Josh Allen.
We all know the commissioner got the number 1 pick. We're
yes. I had to wait until the 32nd pick to pick again. By the way.
Yeah, Alan, we got you. MDB, we got you. Boston, B Hockey, Josh.
Shout out all the Twitchers, by the way.
Jose,
2 of them of 2. Yeah, shout out the Twitchers as we're still ever growing on Twitch.
We are growing on Twitch, 120. And Foxy Pug is over on Twitch with Rags right now. So shout out to those 2 who are hanging out on Twitch. Justice Hill on the bench. Yeah. Good times. Cubs suck, bigly. I mean, yeah.
I like the use of the term bigly.
Bigly. Wrigley.
Hey, there you go.
As Green Bay Packers part owner, I say this tie shit is dumb as hell. Why can't they just keep going? Like, why wouldn't you just go back down the field? Like, I don't get it.
Because then you get into like the college football scenario to where they have like 8 overtimes, and then hey, you've now got to turn around and play a Thursday night game.
That's y'all ain't hockey players, eh? Like the football guys aren't like hockey guys. We'll go to trip.
No, you name me a hockey player that's 6'4" and like 380 pounds and everything that you want going for fucking 4 hours.
You lost me at 380. I can give you 6'4". I can't give you 380.
There you
go. College football overtime was far superior before they did the change. Yeah, I guess the games go too long. Boo-hoo. I just hope, but how often does it happen? I hope to
that's the thing, is it's the once in a blue moon that it happens and everybody's up in arms and pitchforks.
Yeah, you're kind of screwed either way. 3-minute warning, 2 minutes and 41 seconds is what I got on my screen. F the Bills, F the Yankees, Boston on one hard right now. Dakota, what? Yeah, I would
I'll
too.
take Josh Allen over Dakota Prescott. That's his actual name. Dak Prescott is Dakota Prescott. Yeah.
So it made me laugh. Fucking, but of course he would. Why wouldn't he?
Right. Because he's the best. That's my quarterback. Mr. Cooper TV, the Signature Series Network checking in. Shout out.
Mr. Cooper. I missed that show. Bring it back. Let's go.
I agree. Boston Bills suck. Super big league. The Bills are overrated. They barely beat the Saints. Oh, that game scared the sugar honey iced tea out of me for a minute.
Right.
But do you want to read off the top 3 from last night? Because I think we've had it and haven't read it.
I think we read it twice, but I'll read it a third time. Spaz, Big Dog, Mega. Top 3, folks. Get in the chat. Get your points. Super stickers and super chats count as bonus, and you get to be at the top of the chart. Spaz, Big Dog, Mega been on a pretty hot run. Few other names get sprinkled in there. Get in that chat tonight and steal the crown.
Right. Well, it feels like it should be a damn DraftKings ad read of like, the crown is yours with the top 3 in our chat. Hashtag not sponsored.
Right.
Do an OT shootout with kickers like hockey. Start at the 40 and back up to 5 yard each. Jesus.
Why don't you just do like a fucking red zone drill? Like you get.
Well, that's what college football college football's overtime is, and I'll try and say this in 50 seconds or less. So where they start at one part of the field on each side, and then they pretty much start from the 20 within, and then after the first overtime, you have to go for 2. Like you can go the first overtime. Yeah, it's stuff like that. They just basically it's red zone versus red zone, and then they just keep doing it until somebody wins.
Right. Oh,
that was the long and the short of that. As I'm down to the last 20 seconds or so.
Sorry, MVP just made me aware of something. I'm so mad at life right now. Okay, anyway, we're moving on, folks. Live show begins.
I didn't even know.
Would you like to share with the class? Bro, I'm so mad at me right now.
Oh, is it because he pointed out who you had on the bench?
That I dusted you, except they were all on the bench. I should have paid attention.
I love the college over. We've said this before, folks. If I win in the regular season, KJ beats me in the playoffs. Hopefully this doesn't pay out for my Yankees, too, when I end up facing you in the playoffs and then eventually lose.
You still probably would have won. It's close. Anyway, we are about to start Raw. We're ready to go. Let's go. What are we doing?
That country road, take me home.
Oh my God, what are we
doing? To the place I belong.
But did someone tell him he was good? Like, is this like one of those American Idol editions? What is happening?
I don't know. We can talk about that on the commercials. I got the big Netflix logo popping off.
Yeehaw!
Then, I'll stop it now. So at the time and figured it out. Now. Damn it all. As I'm still figuring out how I feel about this new video package.
Forever. Well, that went fast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe I like it. I mean, together.
Yes.
Sync up at home if you'd like. Play along and let us know how you're feeling out there. Let's get this chat up into triple digits. Be a friend, tell a friend, and keep everything rolling, folks. Let us know what is on your wrestling mind. $10
overhead shot of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Very much so.
Spaz with a $10 super chat. Since I know there's a lot of love in this place, I'm going to need the Wrestling for Life universe to hit up Twitter at Countdown Ended and wish my awesome co-host and great human being, Jake DeMarco, a happy birthday. Oh, shout out, Jake. I didn't know it was his birthday. Happy birthday to Jake.
Absolutely. As we got Jimmy and Jay coming in, getting ready for their tornado tag match tonight. The Judgment Day walking in. Raquel versus Bailey we talked about.
Right?
All the Americanos.
All three of them. That has to be Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Oh, so it's going to be a tag match.
So it is going to be Americanos versus AJ Lee.
Right.
It was mentioned in the chat earlier, and we thought it was a joke and thought it hadn't been advertised. They're going to really do it.
They really are doing it.
Right? Yes, no, shout out Spaz and shout out Jake too. Jake, I know, is a huge supporter of the channel as well. That mask does not fit Tyler Bate at all. Well, he's got to have the weird gate thing on his face so you can hide the beard. The mustache.
Right. The mustache.
Yeah. As I got Tessitore and Barrett on commentary. Boston, why are they running back the Bronze versus the Usos? Now, on SmackDown, you got upset about with Cody and Randy potentially being in a tag team match against the Bronze. You kind of felt like that it was going to instantly just run back into that of like, oh, great, here we're going to go again. If that's where, you know, people say it might feel repetitive.
Yeah, I don't recall, but I mean, the Usos running back and coming out of the pay-per-view. I mean, the good thing about this is you had a stip, right? Because there's still implications. So I got no problem with a rematch, especially if you're going to up the ante. So tonight going to be a tornado tag. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, Randy Cody. I mean, if it was just for the main event, I guess I don't remember having an issue. I don't remember thinking that Randy and Cody were going to fight them.
Fair enough. I think it might have been just more for like the main event of clearly setting up of
maybe
the opening thing and that. But that, I guess I was trying to tie it in with because to me, we've seen the Usos and the Bronze have ended in some form or fashion pretty much every Monday night, I feel. Whether it's Jay versus a Bronson, whether it's, you know, LA Knight and one of the Usos or something, and then the Bronsons get involved and everything like that. Kind of pairing's been hanging around the main event of Monday Night Raws for a bit now.
Well, I mean, again, you have your top heel faction in the Vision, and arguably now your top babyface tag team in the Usos. I just don't know what else we do with them. Yeah, maybe they shouldn't be, and I would agree, like shoving the same kind of thing in the main events. That's why I appreciated like Asuka, Rhea going off the air like that last week was much better.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as the rivalry goes between these teams, and again, we're going to get it more as far as, you know, we all kind of think it's heading towards something involving, as here comes Ripley at Survivor Series.
Right. Well, Boston was clarifying. I just didn't know if there was reason that happened that I missed. I'm fine with the match. I like the first one. So fair enough. I guess I anticipated Boston being a negative Nancy. Not he was being a negative Nancy.
Right. Not this time.
Kyle, I missed it on Saturday, but who do you guys think attacked Lola during the match with JC?
Oh, that's Lainey Reese.
Lainey Reed?
Lainey Reed, Reese's Pieces. Lainey Reed. Yeah.
It'd be interesting, though, that you took her out of a speed match, you know, saying she was hurt, that she turns around and interferes with that. I wonder if it's someone from AAA that was going specifically at Lola.
That'd be interesting. My assumption is Lainey's going to take Jasmine's spot.
Yeah.
That's my assumption. And they
I know we talked about that, and that seems plausible. It's just the speed title thing gets weird.
Yeah, they just well, because she legit can't go. Like, so we're buying a little bit of time.
In a super kick.
She did. That's a good point. But I think it's going to be Laney. I could be wrong. Like you said, AAA has had some, implications with Lola in particular. So we could think, could kind of feel like, oh, maybe it's them. Or maybe it's Laney, and it's not. So highly possible.
Right. Well, Proud agreeing with me. I'm outwardly negative. When I don't like something, you don't have to question it. Well, fair enough then, Boston.
Right. Yeah, I don't know that reads out long term, so she's my first suspect.
Oh, that's fair
And
enough.
actually,
it could even just be goddamn Fallon for all we know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're gonna replace Jasmine with somebody.
Oh yeah. But I like that Rhea's now involved in this and it's not around the title, so everyone can shut up with the goddamn Rhea Hogan terrible joke.
She's been fine, and if you think about it, how many people does Rhea have to put over to shake the Rhea Hogan vibe? Like Liv Morgan's a star today because of Rhea Ripley. We got to be real. Like she's put a lot of ladies over. Even the likes of EO look very good because of working with someone like Rhea. Rhea gets the biggest pops in the division, one of the biggest pops in the company, period. And yeah, it's nice to see it mixed up a little.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and I want to see Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. And I'm interested and intrigued by the whole Asuka Kairi Sane kind of pairing too, of the Kairi is halfway getting over with me. And I wonder, because she didn't want to be any part of what happened last week. And now she's kind of forced to be here.
Yeah, and it's a good setup because now you have long-term story in the sense of, eventually Kairi is going to get sick of getting bullied, right?
Yeah.
Come and get me.
That is though, well, especially with Asuka being a badass of no one's ready for Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. That just has top talent versus top talent written over it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, even like, EO, to her credit, EO coming out all sad right now, heartbroken. There's a lot of talent here. Kairi can go. EO can go. Again, a lot of people have decided that the WWE never gives us good matches, but we've seen Rhea this year have good matches. We've seen EO have good matches. And maybe it is a little ladies heavy in the WWE, but they're doing well.
Have the women of WWE had more good or have had better matches this year than the men?
They've had a lot. They might have more, like, they might be in the mix.
Top end. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be very close, Nick. Like, as far as you've had some really big bangers this year from the ladies.
It breaks my heart. But yeah, even just Evolution, that alone should have been a Dave Meltzer 7-star.
Right? Well,
then that's the one praising match that got out of it, WrestlePalooza from ESPN. Was the women's match.
And it was the best match on the show.
Right. They are my family. So EO can't go against the Kabuki.
She loves them, man. She loves them. She's heartbroken.
But they don't love you back.
Uh-oh. Spotlight. It's up to you what happens next. This centipede through the mouth
is sus as shit.
I'm enjoying Asuka, man. I'm enjoying Asuka.
I am just need better makeup, but yeah, I like that. Well, again, they did it with Shinsuke. They've done it with Asuka before of having the subtitles. She does half a bit of the promo in English. She switches to Japanese. She still just looks like a fucking badass the whole time.
Right.
Well, and she looks like such a badass too because you have Kairi beside her that looks terrified at what she's capable of.
That's it, right? And Kairi is kind of subservient to Asuka. But at the same time, she nods, and then she's like, "Oh shit, I better nod." Like, yeah, be like Kairi.
People forget, though, that part of the storytelling is how you react to someone, too, as well.
Yeah.
So Kyrie reacting like this way. It's the
Right.
same with, like, Becky and Seth of how they were putting over how AJ Lee's still a threat.
Yeah. I like this. You know, Asuka's the elder. Asuka's the teacher. They can, Io, you can be my student again. Kyrie's saying we can be family. So Kyrie's kind of got that Stockholm where she's like, she loves us. And Io's kind of like, nah, I don't know.
Right.
So, I mean, you want story for outside of the main people, you get something like this. And I'm okay with it.
Right. Yeah, well, now Io's got to decide whose side are you on.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But deep down in my heart, I still love you.
Let's go. Let's go. Keep bumping.
She did. Oh, all right. Io might be the worst or second worst crier next to Lola Vice. It was just a lot of shaking, and that's it.
Right.
I'm like, are you convulsing?
Right. Unless you're a podcaster watching Ash by Elegance. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no.
Oh, now we're going to show that Io's made her decision because she set her up of,
Look, she's crying, though. She's like, I do. She's torn.
She's doing the
Schmeagle. The crowd pops.
Now she's going to snap and she's going to start smack. Oh, she stumbled over a microphone.
She almost ate shit. Good recovery. She weebled, she wobbled, but she did not fall over.
No. Oh, it's Kyrie again playing the interrupter of,
Yeah, like, no, okay. We're family. If Io turns and kicks Rhea in the head, that's awesome. And then you kind of have all three women fuck with Rhea. That's good times.
Yeah, but I almost want to see Kyrie versus Io.
Oh,
missed.
The blue. She got the blue. Oh, shit. Rhea's swinging.
Now, how come when Rhea got misted, she turned into a goddamn Smurfette, but when Io gets misted, it's a couple speckles.
Oh, that was that. But
Riptide.
Oh, she missed.
Oh, she clearly missed. Asuka, damn it, you.
She missed. She had mist in her face. Give her a chance.
She missed with the mist.
As Rhea just eating poles now.
Whoa, no. Spinning back fist. Another spinning back fist.
So I like it. We ended last week with this, and we start this week off with this. It's like a to be continued.
Yeah, on the last episode of Monday Night Raw.
Insane elbow. Well, Asuka holds her down.
You're going to do a tag match, I think, at this point now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you'll still question whether Io turns at any point during that match. It's like when Sting would tag with Ric Flair. You still wonder if the fucker's going to turn on you.
Right? She's missed it. She missed it.
Out of the mist.
Happy Monday, Jordan. I do enjoy that they are involving Asuka as a main entity on Raw. It's been overdue. And I do. And you know what? I will say this. Mm-hmm. I like that the international talent are actually being able to kind of portray themselves. I mean, I got no problem reading, a little bit of subtext because it makes Asuka more comfortable to cut a promo. And I'm into it. I'm not disconnected because of it. I like the fact that you often, like a Shinsuke and such, they get kind of boxed into a certain role.
No speak English.
Right. And they don't really get to present anything. They don't get to be. Now, Shinsuke was a rock star, but mostly built on the persona. And obviously, for obvious reasons, they didn't really push the promo. But I think ultimately it's nice to see it done like this, more prevalent.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think it's exactly new. I know that we've always kind of championed it because once we started to get like Seth Nakamura and everything, is when he would cut a promo in Japanese and you would have the subtitles underneath it and everything.
Yeah.
So I think they've been doing it, and I think it's a great thing that they do and they stand by it. What I like is that this doesn't involve the world title, and it's still built up of a personal issue, and it's not even just of like, oh, well, I don't like your hair or anything like that. This feels like a friendship, like an actual personal beef between all these women involved. And you still question Io's loyalty to a bit and everything. They've made you pulled in, and it's just a women's storyline. It's not anything around a title or any sort of trophy or anything else.
Yeah. No, again, I agree with that, man. It's good to see that, and you need the mid card to be strong. You need the non-title stuff to be strong, and it's good. Like now that and they're selling the fuck out of this. Like we are literally taking up half the next segment.
We're in commercial. We're in commercial.
Oh, that's they took my
timer. You forget for those.
Give my timer back.
I know they keep upgrading things and they keep fixing things that weren't broke. So for those who don't know, we're in a commercial. The U.S. is in a commercial break. Everybody else is not.
Now, Nick, people are saying like the WWE is boring. They don't do anything good. Not worth watching. Da 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 da. That was a good opening segment. Solid, entertaining. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was mature. It was professional. I liked it. I give it a good job.
Oh, absolutely. 100% of again. And you pointed out something that they don't often do of we just ended the last show with this. So let's start the next show with this.
Take it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Redeemer.
So we go from that into the first match of the night is the IC belt. Like Monday Night Raw is out of the two main shows on WWE right now. To me, Monday Night Raw has my vote as the best show. Like consistently, week in and week out, all that.
I would agree, especially coming off of Friday that I was disappointed. I thought SmackDown mailed it in. It felt very filler episode, and we're very close to more pay-per-views. And I wonder if this is one of the trick parts of what they're doing right now is when you're running fucking pay-per-views every 3 weeks and special shows, and you're just constantly trying to find, like, they don't have a whole lot of runway, so they're just throwing shit together. Friday wasn't my favorite SmackDown. I was critical of it. Raw has been stronger of the two. More seems to be happening, gradually as the obvious importance of their Netflix relationship.
Well, and also we didn't have the whole botching situation issue and everything at the end of, SmackDown anywhere else.
That's unfortunate.
Talk about that. Wesley saying, was it really good though? Io's acting was horrible. Yeah, she sucks at fake crying, but
yeah, maybe she's not the best fake crier in the world, but let's be real, it was like she seems sincere, and maybe we think it just seems silly because it is what it is. But y'all got to figure your shit out. It was all good,
right?
Was a Mike
with the minion avatar.
I like it. Actually looks like me as a minion.
If you want to acknowledge that as you as a minion, then you can have that.
Like, I gotta lean in here. The Redeemer. Here comes Dom Tom.
But folks, let us know who you got for this match, folks. Do you got Dom Mysterio? Do you got Rusev? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Not at all. I almost cut you off.
No, you're good.
But poll is up. Quick side note, unwrestling related technically. But big news, the Saudis are in on EA Sports. It's in the game.
What now? You breaking news to me right now, sir.
There you go. Breaking news. So Saudi Arabia have purchased EA Sports, or in the process of purchasing EA Sports. I don't have all the details yet, but I did have an instant thought. And here's my instant thought for the day, folks.
Yeah.
For all the people that are raged. I'm never watching WrestleMania ever again. I can't believe the WWE and the blood money. Do you stop playing the EA games?
I mean, to be honest,
do you hold the same energy?
Not a whole lot of people have been playing Madden for a bit anyways, just because of
Really?
EA on
Come on.
itself. Like, Madden has fallen off.
Yeah. Okay.
So I still play Madden 24. I'm 2 years behind. So
Okay.
EA's been more of an issue onto itself. If it's gonna,
Well,
I was almost like, so maybe we'll actually get a good game, or
yeah,
unless
maybe
we're
they'll
just gonna
dump some
go
money into it.
totally
Yeah.
off the cliff and just
Man.
microtransactions. But if they want to make their own money, they'll fix that shit.
Yeah. But it's a very interesting dilemma. If you are a person that plays video games, what do you do? And we'll talk more about it. But yeah, just a little bit of side fun breaking
Fair
news.
enough. I had no idea. Man's busting out news.
They're buying up everything.
Yeah. I saw DW heard. There we go.
Yeah.
All Out did 140, 150K
Yeah.
pay-per-view buys. And somehow that helped against the counter programming. At least that's what the IWC says.
Listen, I touched on this and I won't go too far in it as we are getting the intros. And this is wicked. The 8K Rusev is AI as fuck.
He should have been in the goddamn Street Fighter movie.
Oh, come on.
He's a gamer nerd and literally looks like a Street Fighter character. If there was a WWE fighting game,
yeah,
Rusev is out there playing goddamn Zangief.
Yeah, he's Zangief all day long. Fuck, where was I going with the whole thing? That's what I found a trip today. And Alvarez was right in the first part of the thought that the IWC ran with is the diehard AEW fans don't give a fuck what is on WWE and are going to buy AEW. That's all that number proves. And again, it's right in ballpark with all the other pay-per-views. That doesn't hurt WWE at all. Zero. Those sickos watch those shows. Period.
Here's the thing that people aren't going to report that's going to be the God's honest truth of that about this whole situation. The counter programming from AEW is not going to be anything that actually hurts WWE WrestlePalooza. What is going to hurt WWE WrestlePalooza is people not wanting to pay for the app, people getting confused on how to get the app, how to purchase the show, and how to watch the show.
Yeah.
That is going to be more of an issue and more of a detriment to anything
that
AEW did. Kyle Fletcher and Hangman Adam Page is not taking away from the audience that's going to be watching John Cena versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, no one like this idea that the last couple times WWE has gone head to head with AEW, it's been catastrophic. You mean a sold out building, people all there, us tuning in? Again, I find it a double standard. Well, we haven't seen ESPN's numbers, so clearly they weren't proud of them. Oh, where's the HBO Max numbers? Oh, we don't know. As BJ Bethel out there sucking his way to more fucking great coverage as he gets called out by a friend of ours who's been getting so much grief. So yeah, I mean, again, it's just bad reporting, people telling half the stories, and I mean, these guys need to be called out. They need to be ignored. You got to stop following them. Stop following people that report them as news. They are not news. They are talking just like me and Nick are.
And somehow worse.
And awfully.
Yeah, and not even good.
Kill Kim. So there you go. Hit it on the head, right? Like, yeah, she took a break from shitting on Meltzer and then smashed BJ Bethel over the head for talking.
Fair enough.
Shit.
Real quick, though, as Miro throws, I still want to call him Miro. It's a better name than Rusev right now. A little bit. But and it feels new because I just want to keep doing Rusev Day. But so he throws Dom over the announce desk as some people go to commercial. Go ahead.
The one thing I will say with the ESPN thing, like I remember when everything went to Peacock and everybody freaked out. We're all so confusing. It's glitching, And now when they're leaving Peacock, people are like, well, don't leave the cock. What are we going to do? So, I mean, I think the ESPN thing, people will figure it out. Just give it time.
Remember the network when it first kicked off? People looked at WWE like they were idiots. You're giving away WrestleMania free?
It was insane. And then it became a thing.
And now every company does it.
Yeah, so they're not worried. And I mean, the IWC can buzz all it wants about these, like, and they love those big key words and getting them out there, but the WWE internally is not like sitting there going, "Oh my god!" Nobody chose to not watch WrestlePalooza because of AEW. And
Is that
vice
what the
versa.
IWC really truly is? Is just a goddamn beehive and
Yeah.
everything of you just kind of you poke it with a stick and all of a sudden they just come out stinging no matter
Oh,
what the fuck you did.
big clothesline. Yeah, pretty much.
Invasion versus Dynamite, interesting. Well, that was going back to a
Oh,
little bit of the super chat you were talking about before. As I don't know if we're still in a commercial or not, but Spaz with a $5 super chat. Meltzer took a break from slandering Gail Kim to try and sell NXT are doing Invasion to counter Dynamite on NXT's home night.
it's not necessarily slander, but it's also not you can't call it counter programming. I mean, it is. It's a counter punch. But if Dynamite's going to be why is Tony doing Title Tuesday? Because he's trying to sell something, and he knows he's up against NXT. So why can't the other company do something too? That's the question. We overlooked the little details, Dave. I know life's hard. I know you got a messy room that you could probably clean up, but let's be fucking real. They're having a Title Tuesday. They're not just doing, it's not like a secret Dynamite. No, they want to do as good as they can. You're just mad that the bully you're picking a fight with is way bigger and keeps dummying you. It's unfortunate.
Is that kind of it? Like, because you
Yeah.
bring up a good point that certain other people aren't going to bring up of how Tony was already going against NXT. So he had to do something to beat NXT on their night.
Yeah.
So, hey, sorry that you heard of the dream team. Well, we're the mean team. And they just decided we're going to keep dunking on you. I'm sorry that there's not a mercy rule in this situation. But I mean, now granted, we argued for a good chunk of no mercy because I think that they should have done the invasion angle later. But that being said, them still doing it toe-to-toe versus Dynamite versus Title Tuesday, you can't blame them for doing that. Like, sorry that you were already going to try and beat them and they just beat you better. They didn't let you win. I know you're the little brother in this situation, but Big Bro doesn't have to let you win.
Yeah. Oh, we were really hoping that we could book, Hangman Page versus somebody for the world title to go up against fucking Laney Reed, who apparently is my new favorite wrestler. Laney Reed and fucking Tatum Paxley. Oh, how come you're not using Laney and Tatum this week? Oh, no offense to those ladies, but we got some other things that we can do, and we should not have to just. What are we supposed to do? Put our hands behind our back? Like you're coming into a Tuesday, you're throwing a special show. Why can't we do the same?
Again, people get mad when Big Brother fights back.
Yeah.
You want to poke the fucking bear until that's the thing. You want to poke a situation until you start losing the situation. Now you want to call foul. No, that doesn't work that way.
Right. Rusev on fire. Setting it up. The TNA Invasion NXT doesn't even make sense. Again, Paul, all that tells me for you, sir, is you haven't been watching. And I don't want to make assumptions, but this is a year in the making. We've seen a lot of the major parts. Tuesday, they're actually going to announce the teams, but we know that guys like Moose, Trick Williams, there's been key moving parts for months. We've been begging for this. So the idea that this invasion angle doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. It's right there in front of us.
Yeah, no, the doesn't make sense thing is just lost as Dom hits a 619.
What's up?
Oh, going up top.
Oh.
Dom kind of went into something there at least. It was a little nothing. It was kind of something. Machka kick.
Oh, two
count.
Rusev is beating the shit out of Dom here tonight.
Yeah, he should. He's the fucking pipsqueak chicken shit. And I will say this, if there is no denying of the build to this invasion story, this pay-per-view or special event, anything like that. This story has been going for a minute since the partnership's been announced. I wish if we're going to do Survivor Series type teams, you can stretch it out to where we're in Survivor Series season. And then it just helps the theme, helps the motif of I would have liked to have seen it fester.
Survivor Series seasons is between SummerSlam and Survivor Series. Just throwing it up there. Just letting you know.
No.
That's
November,
the window.
When Survivor Series is happening, is November is Survivor Series season.
Yeah, we're fine. They're going up against Title Tuesday, and that makes a lot more sense for me. We'll wait till November. Why? And again, maybe they don't want.
Dom tries to
he gives us Eddie
and gets clearly seen by the
got busted quick. Oh, now he's hugging the ref. Low blow.
Whoa.
Low blow.
Small package. 1, 2.
And Tom is getting over huge. Tom is getting over huge.
But he had to cheat to beat the heel.
That's what I mean, though. He's cheating, and the fans are loving it because he's giving us Eddie, and the crowd popped. Rusev was getting booed. They're cheering Dom's bullshit.
It's such a rare thing to see to where literally he's a heel. Like, he's not a babyface in any aspect, but the people love him.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Joseph saying WWE needs to go back to their roots and put PLE to a major network and have the TV stations pay for it to put on normal TV.
Good luck, Joseph. That's turning back the clock. We'll get the DeLorean out for you, big guy.
The pay-per-view model is all but dead and dusted. UFC's moved away from it. WWE's moved away from it. The only sports promotion in any aspect that still relies on the pay-per-view model is slightly boxing and AEW.
Yeah, and they just announced that Netflix is getting their hands on MLB playoffs and then stuff like that in the future. So, yeah, listen, I would love for it to go to a simpler time, but it's just not going to be the way.
Yeah, well, we're paying the cable price for on-demand accessibility.
Right?
That's really what it is, I think, on anything of what any sort of show you watch or anything like that. Mm-hmm. With all the streaming services you have on this platform, on that platform, you're paying the cable price, but I can watch any show I want at any time.
Yeah, there's a bit of give and take. I mean, again, now we're starting to add up our fucking, you add up your subscriptions for fucking everything, but that's on you, right? At the end of the day, and there's other ways to get around things. We've talked about that. But I do have the New Day on screen with Pierce and LA.
Right.
Anthony explained some things to me that I missed because I haven't been keeping with the TNA and NXT the best the last few months. So I now think the invasion angle works. Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, it really does. And again, we've been asking for what we got. So the idea that they should wait another 8 weeks, then there'd just be people belly aching of, why is this still going? Why is this still going?
But it's good, so I want to keep eating it. Pause. But yeah, shout out Ringsider Anthony. I think he was in the chat at one point, and everything. Vance, what up? So what did we just get announced with the New Day that I missed? Are they in a tag team?
They're playing LA and a friend. As Cody's here.
Interesting.
What up, Daryl? But yeah, I mean, again, I know Paul saying, I don't understand it, and who's the invaders. Again, they've made it so that you kind of got to see what's happening on both shows. And we've seen the guys move in and out. We know who the key players are in TNA. And on come Tuesday, they're going to map out exactly what 10 athletes are going to represent each side.
You can't say that without Von Wagner showing up and everything of come Tuesday. You can't say that.
As I do have the Judgment Day on screen. That's what's up.
You can tell they're in commercial because Saxton's on our screen.
Yeah. I mean, Saxton is so much better in this role.
Because no one knows he has the role.
Poor Byron. We love you, Byron. Shut up.
Yeah, but that's the thing is it's almost
Kofi.
is
There you
it
go.
kind of that thing of I hate to admit it, but it's almost like it's kind of just Byron's thing to rib Byron a little bit of like he's the dog that's expected to be kicked a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit at times, a little bit, but
He's the guy expected to get put in a locker of like, thanks for
right.
noticing me.
Finn is hyping up again, but like sarcastically hyping up Mysterio, the king of the luchadors.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, speaking of tag teams, and this is random as where I believe in a commercial. Did you see the Hardy Boys show up on Kai Cenat's
I did.
stream and
I did.
everything?
Just
Dun,
let
dun,
me-
dun, 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 dun.
it's 2025 and they're still pretty fucking relevant. I don't care what anyone says. They're a draw. They're people want to see the
They're
Hardys.
winning at Invasion.
Yeah, right. Oh, they're beating the Dark State.
Oh yeah, they're well because they're
Maybe.
you're not going to use the Hardy Boys and outside of
To
one
put
match
over the
in
new tag team?
WWE.
That's a good idea. Put them over. I like that.
Exactly. You're gonna
So
you're gonna use them. Oh, hey,
I would use the Hardys to make the new tag team look real good. I agree. I would put over
no,
the
no,
Dark.
no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no, 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 no,
I agree.
no, 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 no.
Use that
I know what you're
veteran.
doing. No, 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 no. They're not losing right before they face the Dudley Boys at Bound for Glory.
No, that doesn't make sense.
See, Anthony, the Hardys have to win because of the stipulation at Bound for
BFG,
Glory.
yeah. Yeah.
The Dudley Boys end up NXT Tag Champs.
That'd be amazing. It'd be hilarious.
You know, I'm going to actually fight LFG right now.
Right? You just have Dark State come in and ruin the whole match and fucking converge on everybody.
Things.
All right. I'm upsetting Nick, so I'm going to step away for a moment.
Baby's upset.
I will be right back. You take a, you can vent to the people about Dark State beating the Hardys so they look good.
No, that's not going to happen because they're a terrible team and they shouldn't have that name. And I don't even fully hate the name. I more hate the faction, but I'm getting an advertisement right now for all of WWE's podcasts. And since they're advertising ours, we should advertise. Since they advertise in theirs, we should advertise ours. But yes, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We're out there on the YouTubes, on the Twitches. We got the Twitters. We got the Discords. We got anything and everything for your pro wrestling needs out there. Often imitated, never replicated. We're covering more live wrestling than anybody else out there. And still already got other things in the works. And trust me, Thursday, Wing of the Ring goes trick-or-treating-ish and goes a little bit spoopy edition. Especially because we'll be into the October, the extra fall month and everything. We'll be around that, Halloween season because everything else in October is all stacked up with pay-per-views in the pro wrestling. But as we're showing a video package for Cody versus Seth, and this, I know it's champ versus champ, and realistically it amounts to next to nothing. But they're showing part one and like doing this as like a countdown series to build this up and showing the history that these two guys have and the matches that they've had back and forth, I think is great. And really helps build that even though it's going to be just to prove who's the best kind of match of this was going to sell a lot of people on this. And I dig it. But Alan, Lola Vice, Raw or SmackDown? Well, I think she's still got to figure out some things with who attacked her on NXT first. But I'm fine with it. Show me why this match is important. Oh, no, absolutely. If you're 100%. I know I've called Crown Jewel a bit of a glorified house show. If you're going to do champ versus champ and just it's going to be an all-star game, absolutely show me the back and forth, show me the history between these two of why this matters, why they're so invested in this. Anthony, what up? I knew I seen you. I'm not predicting anything. If they don't win, the stipulation does not make sense at BFG. It's just factual information. No, I get you. I'll get you 100% of, again, if they lose, because it would be what? It's allegedly, I believe, title for title. So if they lose the tag titles to Dark State, then they have to win it back before Bound for Glory, which, so then why did you have them lose it in the first place? So, man, no, sensible talking from, this is why I listen to my TNA Insider. How many other channels you know got a TNA Insider? We got one on retainer. If Nick is the big Bills fan, this will make him stronger. What? Everybody just on my team right now? Of course. They hate you when you're winning out here. And I will not lie. I was doing the old school, like, well, if I watch it in the living room, then we're winning. I literally moved from the living room to the kitchen, and they reversed a fucking penalty from being against the Saints to being on us. And I started to question if I needed to watch in a specific room in the apartment and everything. So, yes. Kyle, Nick, how excited are you for Steph versus Tiffany at Crown Jewel? That's really kind of my feeling of, I hope it goes well. I worry that it won't. And I feel Tiffany being as champion has made me kind of lose respectfully all of my faith in Tiffany as champion. Whether not even just coming off of what was Friday Night SmackDown, I don't think she's been booked well as a champion. She hasn't had great matches as a champion. Her title feud hasn't really mattered that much. I worried she's peaked, and I think Stephanie's the fucking rocket they're strapping everything to. I think Stephanie clearly wins, and I've been worried about where Tiffany ends up. I do think she's supremely talented. I think right now she needs a refresh, a restart. She needs to, take the plug out and plug it back in and see if it restarts itself here and see how we do here. A little bit with that. Hopefully Tiffany doesn't have another blonde. Vance, I don't think, I've seen people say that Tiffany was responsible for that, and I've seen people even get on the whole thing of, well, Jade, like some fans comment of saying, no, Tiffany was at fault for it. To me, and ultimately, and I'm going to be honest with it, this is my opinion, not the channel's opinion. My opinion, the ref ultimately at the end of the day is at fault. I understand everything else going on with that. Of Nia should have probably kicked out, what have you. It was already going to be, to me, it was already going to be the finish. So nothing super changed. Nia didn't kick out. Too bad, so sad. Call it like it's live. And it should have been a 3 count. That's my feeling on it. As we're replaying everything from last week with the Judgment Day and Bailey and Lyra. Jay better go after Julie instead. Jade's got to fix her forehead at this point so, I mean, let's be honest, of Jade saying this and that or what should have been happening at that point, Jade was taken entirely out of that match, which I'll respect her. But yeah, that match was already screwed from that point, and I don't think that's even Nia's fault with that. As I got Bailey and Lyra backstage, she's showing how her shirt's got pockets. Tiffany is a boss because she's not proving you wrong right now. I'll say that. Kyle, Tiffany holds the championship till Bianca returns. Maybe. I still wonder if they were going to give it to Jade and then foreheads. Just because you don't like the gimmick doesn't mean she should change it. She's still over with the crowd. That's ridiculous. Bernard, I don't know who exactly you're talking about. I'm not saying I don't like Tiffany's gimmick, if that's what you're saying. I just don't like her creative right now. I don't like the way that she's been booked, pushed, presented, anything. I think she needs a reset of maybe either time away or something else that's not in the championship. See money, what up? As Lyra talking down to Bailey. Bailey's gonna say, I don't. So she's ripping off the shirt because I was like wondering of like you can clearly see your attire underneath it, but Bailey coming out here now. You watch. This is going to be to where she's like, Psycho Bailey, qu'est-ce que c'est? And I don't want to shake no hands. I don't want to do nothing. I'm just going to lose my gourd. Oh, no, she's still slapping hands a little bit. You can see she's pissed, though. Women love showing off their pockets. Strange phenomenon. Well, because not saying I make women's clothing, but, my wife does, and most of them aren't made with pockets. Bill Barnes, how long is Bianca expected to be out for? I feel like she could be back imminently, if I do say. Then again, also, Ilya could be back imminently as well. But, yeah, I think also she had just what? Was it a broken hand or was it a broken finger or something like that? I thought it might have been just a broken hand, but either way, it was kind of a minor injury. As I'm in commercial break right now. But yes. Nice back, Bailey. 2 wings. Bailey or Lola Vice? I mean, I'll take Bailey because I know KJ will take Lola Vice. How about that? Bailey looks like she takes... Jesus Christ, Boston. Bailey is way overdue. So, yes, folks, let us know who you're taking. As some of you in commercial break right now, let us know if you're taking Bailey with newish attire. She's got what looks like some weird AI kind of Power Ranger patch in the side right. It's not in the center. It's to the right, oddly, of her attire. But yeah, Bailey is way overdue. Why do we always have to miss out on the Roxanne entrance? Well, she's not wrestling, so I don't know how you're missing out on it, Paul. But I mean, unless she's going to accompany it, and right now we're not getting any entrance. We're getting Bailey hugging Wade Barrett. So she's still proving she's a hugger, even though she's pissed. Spaz, what up? William, Bailey for the win. Bianca has a broken ring finger on her left hand. Well, thank you, MDB. That seems very specific. Bailey for the man. Even without that knowledge, is clearly there on the ref or Naya. In no way could that be Tiffany's fault, whose job was just to just hook the keg for a pin. Yeah, you have it there. And yeah, insulting that. But yeah, no, to me, neither is supposed to kick out at that point. I don't care. You still notice that there's 1-2 going on, or the ref needs to call it as a work. And I got Raquel coming out, but with Roxanne, by the way, but no Roxanne entrance, just so you know. But the ref should have called it as a 3, regardless of she kicked out, she didn't kick out. That's already going to be the finish as it is. Call it on the fly, call it like it's live. She didn't move, so you got to go with it and sort the out afterwards, because then that's on Nia. You didn't kick out. Then that, if I'm the official in that, then all of the blame is off on me. You didn't move. I called it like it was live, like I should. I'll go Bailey for the win, says Bill. So yes, again, as I'm not sure if we're fully out of commercial or not, but I've got Raquel and Roxanne out here right now. So Raquel versus Bailey with Ref Jess as, yes, so now we're coming out of commercial. So let us know, folks, who you're taking. And they cut to, so Zuffa Boxing launching in January 2026 as they show Dana paired up with, I'm going to say it, Saudi Jonah Hill. I don't know the man's name, so that's how I'm going to refer to him. But so now pretty much Saudi owns boxing, or is going to do their complete, counter to the WBC and everything. We already kind of saw a tease with, the Canelo fight on Netflix. So we're moving into an era, it seems, to where Saudi Arabia is going to be the home of entertainment. They're going to be the Disney of nations.
They're buying everything, Nick.
What?
They're buying everything.
Because they got the goddamn oil money to do it. But, yes, so Bailey versus Raquel, how are you feeling, sir?
I'm feeling good. I'm liking what Bailey, like, even in the commercial break, Bailey like runs around and gives everyone love, and then like she's overly lovey the with the commentary. So yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of intrigued by what Bailey does, and Raquel's been good. Turkey alashish.
Al Sheik. Well, I called him Saudi Jonah Hill,
It's
so I think that's better than what I said.
Turkey alashik.
Listen, if we're going to end up being the Saudi commentary team out here, we need to
Right.
get these guys' names down.
Yeah, right. What's
Don't
up,
blame me. I voted for Kodos.
Big shoulder by Raquel. KJ, Nick, can I get your thoughts on the women's blood and guts match, Jamie?
We haven't talked about this. I forgot all about it.
Here we go. Here we
They
go.
did it. They finally did it. You thought that their match at All Out was the trial run for that, and I thought that maybe they're just getting it out of their system. And then Jamie Hayter, blood and guts.
Yeah. Hey, they got a British person to say it. And this is the weird fucking shit with Tony Khan of, well, we don't want to, like, you had your own Money in the Bank or your version of Money in the Bank, and then you're like, we don't want to copy them. We're going to do something different. The guy's got to announce it a week in advance. But you continually, like, there's these weird coincidences, like how shows end and how things happen. And so you get a British person to say blood and guts. Why would you do that? It doesn't sound the same as
I didn't even make that connection. That just swept under my radar of just even the whole fact of I was surprised that they were even going to do it finally. That we thought that for the longest time of, oh no, they're not going to do it. Oh, they're actually going to chicken shit their way out of it, and they're not going to do it, and they're going to do just the 8-woman tag match. And you even said, oh no, that's just the trial run for when they actually do it.
Mm-hmm. And you think that trial run would have made them see these women and go, we can't do this. I'm going on the record right now. And if I'm wrong, I will come on live and say, sorry, guys, I was wrong. This women's blood and guts is going to be awful. Awful with an H. Awful. Shout out Shaq. Awful. Awful. What are we doing here? They're not going to do well. It's already a jump. You want to introduce women's tag belts? All right, then let's injure 10 of the women that we might be using to go after the tag belts. Awful. What are we doing?
Right. Well, you mentioned the tag belts, and I didn't even consider that. Maybe focus on building up that division before you're just going to have all these women that have been feuding for months on end and everything just throw themselves into it. And so this means you can't do a men's, but we don't want to copy WWE, but we've already got to always have every year the same stipulation.
Yeah. And I know there's fans out there that don't, KJ's going to be mean to my favorite company, and I work there, so I'm going to get upset about it. No, the facts are the facts. Their women can't do it. The street fight, the 8-woman street fight at All Out was embarrassing. You had a woman with tongs fighting a woman with whatever the fucking poker, whatever the fuck she had. It's not going to deliver a quality match. Women will bleed, so certain guys out there are going to say it's a 10 out of 10, but I'll be shocked. And again, I'll show up and tell you otherwise. But yeah, I don't think you need to do this. Now, are they going to double up? Are we going to get a men's one as well? Or are we just going to bypass the men's one? Because that might make it a little more palatable.
I think we bypassed the men's, so that's why we got the women's and everything. Now, I just wonder, though, has the women's situation run its course a little bit too far, or we're too long in the storyline here? Because Stat's not going to be in this. She's already out there, moved on as, women's champion and everything like that.
Yeah.
You're probably going to get Willow thrown in this. I almost already want to go for Team Heel, knowing that it's probably just Tekla, Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and I'm sure I'm probably missing an obvious few out there, but to me, at this point, it's almost obvious that they're going to be the ones going that end up with the win because they're going to be the ones that are willing to go hardcore with it because they've already had 18,000 hardcore matches between at least the 3 women that I named.
Yeah, I just don't think it's a good booking decision. I don't, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They got to try it. They got to show it. They got to, they got to back it up. But I mean, for my money, you give the women 1 match a week. We're not overly excited about it. And
again, right there. So we've got right now we've got Raquel Retro Raggy. We've got Raquel stepping on Bailey on the bottom rope. So we've already had start off the show with a women's segment and have a prominent women's match. That's not going to happen on AEW, but we've got to champion that because they finally decided they could put 10 women in 2 cages.
Yeah, and again, it's like if there was I know they're trying to build this a little bit, and maybe there's a little bit of something there, but the build itself, you had an 8-woman. We just had an 8-woman street fight that looked terrible. That was so poorly done. There is no way I would run back in a company. You are already probably getting a last man standing match. I think we are with Moxley and Darby. Again, I mean, the AEW fans get mad and they pout and they call you stupid, but they don't really have a good quality comeback to anything. They never add anything intelligent to the conversation to make you go, oh, maybe you're right. We wanted Tony to book the women more. I don't know that this is the answer, but let's see how they do. I mean, all we can do is watch, but I don't think it's going to go well, and it's going to continue to turn people off.
Deep Vitamin Thoughts by Big Nick. Is this kind of the Kit Kat situation of booking of you can bite straight into the bar with all 4 pieces intact and everything and take a good chunk out of it, but you kind of fuck up the rest of it. Instead, you break it off of, hey, well, now we can got a women's mid-card title feud that we can work with. Well, now we've got a women's world title feud that we can work with. Now we've got some women's tag title feud that we can break off with and everything. WWE has gotten flack of they don't book outside of that's why everyone's Hogan, because they don't book outside of the main title well. That's why we're praising Asuka and Rhea. So if you're Tony, I've got a stacked story of 10 women. Let me break a little piece off here and break a little off there, and I can Goldilocks my shit. I can, spread this out enough and make this work and make that work and pull up here and pull up there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree, man. Bailey honoring the Hardys. Shout out for that. And now, deep thoughts with the Big Nick Handy.
Someone got the reference. Well, on that
there
note,
you go.
I'm going to pause for the cause because I think I peaked as a pro wrestling podcaster.
Right. So Darby, I Quit match. It'll be very interesting how they book that and plan that out. Again, I mean, I want Tony to get the weekly shows down pat. I want him to produce better weekly shows, less botches, less oops. I want him to clean up and edit himself on the pay-per-views so we can get better things. And that's it. It would be undeniable if he could just hone in on some of the actual talent he has. And yes, she did. Raquel gets another 2 count. Dynamite. So then when would they do it? Like Dynamite. It's not going to be this week. That'd be crazy. Bailey honoring the Hardys. Got it. Swanton. Bailey pulling out some tricks. Nice cutter. Crowd's a little up and down for this right now. I admit I'm not superly compelled by what's happening. Raquel and Bailey have a good chemistry. Not bad. I mean, Bailey gets the best out of a lot of people. Bailey, for the longest time, and now more than ever, maybe, she ends up kind of being the Sami Zayn of the women's division, right? She kind of has that, the elder vibe, the wise one. She goes into the figure 4. Raquel in pain. Takes a big man to cry, but it takes a bigger man to laugh at that man. Facts. What's on my wrestling man? I think the time for John Moxley to retire from wrestling. He's getting, depends who you ask. Depends who you ask. And again, not one person has given me a good counter argument to Moxley. Moxley is still is the weakest thing I think in AEW. I think it's boring. I think it's uninteresting. It's contrived. It's over the top. He thinks he's making movie magic, and he's not. Up, down goes Bailey. And that's like the pin, the sexy, can't even get the words out. It's like the sexy pin to the max. AEW doing Temu War Games. I can see Rio getting blown off the top of the by a stiff breeze with a pop can on her head because she's as right now. Roxy working Bailey, so Bird Lady's definitely going to be coming out, and here comes Lyra. Right. Bro reaching has, yeah, see, I see comments, but I don't see follow-up. I don't see anything of note. People love dropping shit like this, and then they run away. And it's all right. It's all right. It's okay that your company's almost third place. KJ, don't hold back. Big man, tell me how you really feel. All day, every day. As down goes Bird Lady. As Rack and Rocks are not messing around. The knees to the back. Bailey down. Bird Lady down. 2 wings. Take these broken wings. Oh, Bailey's attacking Raquel. So Bailey's left like snapped. Oh, I like this. Bailey's gone crazy. There goes Raquel. Landing on her feet, though. And Bailey has snapped. He loves him. He really does. You're not wrong. But now Bailey turns her attention to Bird Lady. No, I mean, I have no interest. I did not like Dean Ambrose. I do not like Jon Moxley. I don't see Jon Moxley ever going back to the WWE because then he has to do what they say. And Jon Moxley thinks Jon Moxley's a genius, and therefore he wants to do what he wants to do. And the only place he's going to get to do exactly what he wants to do is with a pansy-ass boss. You can decide what company that is. Bailey, Hogan, that's enough out of you. Bill, I like it. Let's go. I grew up with a lot of Italian in my life, so near and dear to my heart. I bet your Nona makes the shit out of some food. Yeah, she snapped. Bailey's lost it. So Bailey snaps, fires back, runs everybody off. We don't know. We still don't quite. As we go back to last week, LA on a tear and then eats a spear. There you go. There you go. Let's go. Bailey running wild. It's how I learned how to. It's the Italian. That's how you learn to make really fucking stellar pasta sauce. You got to get it right. You got to do it right. There you go. There you go. That's how it is. I expect no less. Mother Meatloaf! What's she doing back there? Let's go. Because I got Jimmy. I got Jay. As both guys trying to get right. They still don't seem like they're on the same page. Not that shocked. I mean, all this is taking some bumps, and Aldis and McIntyre have had some issues, so I'm not that surprised if it happens. But she is Bailey. There you go. A loving idiot. That's it. Doesn't matter if that's the case. As long as they're yours, you're good to go. Yeah, Kenny Omega returning to team with Brody King Bandito against Josh Alexander and the Bucks. Like, again, I mean, I'm going to be here Wednesday. We're going to break it all down. It's going to be a lot of fun. I just don't know how these dots connect a little bit. Like, I'm surprised Kenny's returning here. I feel like if anything, was it the Death Riders that was more, for Kenny, or even, I don't know. It just feels like we need to get Kenny, the Cowles family, the Bucks, guys like Takeshka, like there's just who's also in the Cowles family. They've just been in the same orbit for so long now. So we'll see. But there you go. A little heart to heart. But Jimmy seems a little uncertain now. EO still looking like a Smurf. Not feeling so good about life. I need me a yeet bucket. Let's go. Not bad. I did catch that. The Usos have more miscommunication than the Street Profits. Yeah, they haven't quite dialed it back in, Christian. As Kyrie's trying to say sorry to EO, I think. Oh, no, she's basically saying follow us. Come back. She will forgive you. So essentially, Kyrie is under the spell of Asuka. Like we said, a little bit of Stockholm. She's my mentor. She's my teacher. I look up to her. Come home, EO. Join us. She'll forgive you. We can be family. EO Smurf. Oh, poor girl. EO Avatar. I guess they've been gingerly trying to take care of her eyes, bro. I don't know. Here comes LA Knight. Exactly. That's what it's supposed to be. That's all this is. That's all this is, Christian. It is a soap with muscles. EO Sky looks like an extra Tim Burton's Corpse Bride. I like that. She does. She got that green tinge to her. As LA ready to go. LA versus Kofi next in what was an impromptu, unannounced match set up during one of the commercial breaks. But folks, I will take a poll on this one. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow, 7:45 for NXT. We will find out who will represent TNA. We will find out who represents NXT at Invasion. It's technically the go-home show for Invasion. And on top of that, we have a new champion in Ricky Starks. Who helped JC. Tomorrow's going to be a fun one, folks. Don't miss out. 7:45, and the same thing on Wednesday, 7:45. This 6th-year anniversary. Happy birthday, Dynamite, as we will be here to celebrate, and it should be a fun one. Orange Cassidy taking hologram spot. Will fight for the TNT title. 2 6-mans. Again, way too many 6-man matches. Way too many 8-man matches. But we got more coming.
Speaking of more coming, pause on that, but also they finally are actually doing what they should have been doing all along with Orange Cassidy versus Kyle Fletcher. And I know you mentioned Kenny Omega's appearance in the 6-man match so he shouldn't be going after Kyle Fletcher, who took him out of the Don Callis family or anything. And that's the way that you bring back Kenny Omega, is not even a special announcement or a surprise return of you just announced that he's in a match.
In a random match. And again, what is this thing? There's 2 things at play that I find Tony Khan does a lot. And I know certain people, he's hating them again.
Sing songs in between intermissions at the show. Is that one?
That is all new, and I hope he does more of it, to be honest. That's good content. But your tag champions win the belts, and then they stop putting them in tag matches. You put a trios championship group together, so you got 3 guys. They don't wrestle together. We saw that all out. 2 were in one match, 1 were in the other, instead of making one sensible title match. I don't get it. And then the other thing he likes to do is put people in factions and then have them fight in other factions. We're going to get 8-man tag with 2 members of this faction and 2 members of that faction against these 4 guys. Why?
Right. Well, and on an entirely different side note, when you mentioned about Bayley going crazy, anyone else out there started to With help from Haley J, we can tell him maybe. I think my Bailey's going crazy.
I like it. I like it.
Chris,
Fletcher,
what up?
oh, go ahead.
No, I was just reading Chris saying what's up.
Man, Kyle Fletcher, if he goes against Kenny Omega, he must win versus him in a singles match. I mean, you can build something there. The guy that laid the groundwork for the AEW Apex, the Omega at the top of the chart, and Kyle Fletcher, the future guy. You can build that.
I can book that off the top of my head almost just to get to Wrestle Dream of. So you have OC versus Fletcher now, which what it should have been instead of in hologram, streak versus title. No one gave a shit. Hologram's injured. At least they've got Clone now. So they managed to, 3D print this man before he, got injured. But you have Kenny show up and he interferes in that match. Whether, he costs, OC, what have you, however it comes across. OC gets pissed. You could have Kenny versus OC. And imagine that match. I know the booking sense, but the work rate that match would have, like the in-ring, if they actually gave that match some time, of Kenny Omega versus Orange Cassidy. Winner takes on Kyle Fletcher at Wrestle Dream.
Yeah.
And maybe Kenny actually wins the TNT title. Kenny may still be back on the back nine out there after diverticulitis, after years upon years of doing the New Japan style and everything. The wear and tear on that man's body's got to be adding up. So you have him have probably 2 matches before Wrestle Dream, and he cuts promos or anything like that in between.
Yeah, I feel like the fans who get mad about the criticism don't have an answer to why it doesn't make sense. And it's almost like we don't care that it doesn't make sense. And that's fine for you. Maybe you don't need it to, but all I know is if Fletcher took out Kenny should come back and go after Fletcher. If Jamie Hayter was a former champion and she comes back, she should go after her belt. Like we've seen it time and time again that there's no continuity to any of this shit.
Well, no, and then they'll bring it back, 6 months later and say, "Oh, see, long-term storytelling." No. But again, this is why proof that we're not grifters or anything like that, and don't just hate the product to hate the product because we think it's cool and it clicks. No, I have an issue with how they're booking Kenny and booking Kenny's return and what they're doing with the TNT title. I have now presented an alternative to what I think is the better solution to it versus, oh, I just hate it because it's shit. Okay, so what would you do differently? I don't know, but not that. No, I've presented why I think that should be. Here's what I would do with this and why I think that's better.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's good because and it's bad because. That's all you get. Like it's not enough. Ronald, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Hashtag continuity. Did we read Spaz's comment?
I don't believe so.
No, I clicked it and then I forgot about it. Briggs goes after Ethan for NXT NA title. Jerk first jerk. I know people will fight me, but Slater Javon should be the main event on BGF. If you're going to do other big matches and main event guys, it's going to be hard to have that match there, but it might be match of the night no matter where you put it, Spaz.
Yeah, no, Slater versus Javon will not be main event. Hardy's versus Dudley's will be main event. Outside of maybe a world title match, wait,
what will be the main event?
Hardy's Dudley's.
Oh no, we're talking about on BGF. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the main event.
So then, what would you have the main event? Well, the only thing I said that would have been the world title.
Vaughn and Slater. Like you got to remember, like the Hardy's Dudley match is it's literally it's a polished match. It's tabletop. Like it's not going to be like the barn burner main event. No way, no how.
Well, I don't think it's going. So are we debating what's going to be the main event? Or are we debating what's going to be the best show of them or best match of the show?
We were talking about the main event spot. Like
I think main event is going to be probably your biggest attraction on the show, which could be Hardy's versus Dudley's. It's definitely not going to be Javon versus Slater. I think if it's not going to be the Hardy's Dudley's, it's going to be your world title match, whatever that may be.
Yeah, I would agree. World title, women's world title, depending on what they're doing with that, like the knockouts title. But yeah, as big as like holy shit, it won't be the main event. It's not a good enough match. It won't. They physically can't give you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be.
They will cheer. I mean, this is the same guy that was coming down in a helicopter ladder. Matt, hand down the Dudley shark repellent spray.
I'd be shocked.
Spray.
I don't. Yeah, I'll be shocked if it's a main event. That's all. I think it's going to be a good match on the card. It's fun. It's nostalgic, but I think we don't know the card yet, so it's hard to say. Ronald, Los Angeles Knight for the win. Happy 50th birthday to Chijiri, to the legend. Let's go. Man took down Tori Wilson. Kofi picking on his kids with braces, saying, "What are you going to do?" I like it. As Kofi is in control on the outside. We can't hear you if you're saying stuff.
I forgot I was still muted because, I muted myself because I knew I needed to sneeze, and then I still didn't realize I took myself off of being muted. So, yes.
Welcome back.
All right. Now, like I said, if you got to see my brain explode, you just didn't get to hear
it. Hologram clone. Yeah, well, the clone goes away, I believe. The clone story.
He has to. Yeah. What are you a copy of now?
I had people come at me on the internet over the last couple of days of Hologram's good. He's enjoyable. Dude, he won 34 matches on fucking Collision. This is child's play. Put the time and effort that you put into Hologram into one of your actual stars. But he's good. Good at what?
Was this person's name Sean?
Maybe one of them.
Fair enough. But yeah, even the clone gimmick wasn't working. Hologram hasn't been over, bro. Sorry. Hate to tell you. And I hate even using bro like a Russo.
Right.
But no, that is literally, it looks all the time like if you've ever played any like wrestling WWE game or whatever, when like your creative characters in a cutscene, that's what Hologram looks like anytime he's on AW.
Yeah, and the idea that, like, dude, he was so, like, he was injured, he didn't really matter, and then all of a sudden they were doing an angle. Like, you're doing an angle for Hologram. You have Kyle Fletcher with nothing. You have your world champion with very little. You have all these guys. You have a Mark Briscoe that can barely get a story. But you're going to give Hologram an angle with another Hologram? And you're going to fuck up OC's return with it?
I was going to say, let's not forget, they stomped all over OC's entrance and return and everything like that for Hologram. Like, they're doing now what they should have done because Hologram got injured, and I don't want to champion someone getting injured, but it's the same issue he had before, and unfortunately this seems like it's more severe. But yeah, creatively they're finally doing what they should have been doing.
Yeah, it's baffling to me in some regard, right? And then again, I mean, it's not like we're against luchas. We're not against mask guys. I'm actually a fan of the guy in the hologram mask. I'm a fan of the guy that's supposed to be in the clone mask. Like, take the mask off and let him just wrestle. Maybe we do that. I don't know. But it's the sci-fi, nerdy kid fantasy, creative player vibe to the whole situation. It's been a problem. And again, I know fans think like, man, they're being awfully mean to AEW. No, this is like, if you just think about it and step back, go, fuck, that probably would be better if they were actually building a story, like legitimate stories for like a Kyle Fletcher instead of a hologram. Yeah, that might make sense.
Right. Well, Adrian, I'm halfway confused with this. I've never seen people get mad over a wrestler's turn before. LOL, some people are so pissed that Orange Cassidy is back. I think it's funny.
Oh, okay. I don't think he's referring to us because I don't even think we much talked about.
Sorry, Cassidy. Return, not turn. No, I don't think anyone's upset about Orange Cassidy returning. I think I mentioned it was going to happen. You could read the tea leaves, and it was obvious as shit. Yeah. I'm more of just that hologram stepped all over it. Like, I'm much more excited to see Orange Cassidy versus Kyle Fletcher than I was ever going to be for hologram versus Kyle Fletcher. That's just a layup. That's, that's the NBA team taking on a middle school team. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, it just again, we just want to make it strong. But right now, I still have LA taking on Kofi. Another $5 from Spaz. But
Uh,
oh, go ahead.
what a believer. A believer, Scott. Why am I struggling with words right now? What a believe is scatter officially because of worms. How can that be? What the hell am I reading? I know that jellyfish are nope, absolutely not. I think of grass. I think you have smoked too much grass, sir, and I think you need to come back down to at least Venus or Jupiter to at least be in our stratosphere to figure out what the you are trying to say right now, sir.
Yeah, drugs are bad. Okay.
Well, sometimes they're good, but anyways.
That's a plant. And if you should happen to light it on fire,
Yeah, awesome effects. Yo, clarify. No, I wasn't referring to you guys. Stop being paranoid. Well, you're in our chat.
how dare you?
Well, no, I'm making sure I'm gonna, Your Honor, if you're gonna question me and everything, or if you're gonna even question it at all, we're gonna give our 2 cents on it. Even if you're not speaking
sure.
about us, we're gonna give our 2 cents.
Right.
Yeah, Spaz been hanging out with Christian too much. At least didn't ask about CPR or living La Vida Loca or anything.
Right.
As LA right now in control of Kofi. Whipping in the corner. This has to be LA Knight wins, right?
I think so. Kofi's been, I mean, it would be crazy if Kofi didn't win.
I
mean, if Kofi did win,
interference.
Yeah, no, even with interference, Kofi would be hard pressed.
Well, Woods up on the apron. Two count. I like this. This is the only channel I can come on and have a decent discussion with adults. Guys, you know what's up with the other channels out there besides like 1 or 2. We ain't naming names, but we got a list.
Hey. Yeah, we are naming names and we're smashing some of them, which makes me happy. But anyway, the night rolls on.
1, 2, 3. LA wins.
LA Knight with the expected W.
Right. Is LA ever a world champion? Is LA kind of floats in the upper mid card,
bro?
Mid card.
It's a tough one, bro. And I hate to steal the bro, but it's just he feels like he's sniffed, and the flowers are wilting and dying.
Is LA Knight the DDP? Well, no, because DDP was WCW champion. I was gonna say is LA Knight kind of the DDP of kind of one of those guys that they're a little bit older on the ledger, and maybe they can't ever find their spot at the seat of the table there.
Yeah. I agree. Like, it just feels like he just a periphery guy, like almost like a Razor Ramon. Like, does he never really get that world title?
Yeah, that's actually a really good comparable.
So we go back to SmackDown. This is such an American comment, Chris. So American of you to say something like this. Y'all have no fucking. I love it. I didn't
say nothing. Don't wrap me into this.
It's the Americans are like, oh, that nobody else knows about that stuff. Like, it's the funniest take.
I'm gonna be honest though, you know way fuck more about hockey than I do.
That's true.
I still have to question you of when should I start the fantasy hockey season?
Fuck, we're gonna be late. You're on the list. You just made the list.
Is it the Jericho 1001 holds?
I just got banned. Well, don't get banned. Don't upset people.
No, if you're gonna do it, name who banned you. I want to know.
Yeah, who's banning you?
Yeah, honestly.
Tozawa and Maxine. Yeah, if we're trying to unite wrestling fans, why would you get banned?
I want to name names of who's anti-uniting fans so we can cross them off the list. Becky and Maxine are having an argument. I didn't imagine.
Tozawa's still in this company.
Is he one of those? Yeah. We've talked about this before. Of so-and-so gets released, but Akira Tozawa remains. How?
Oh.
What
Oh.
the
Becky lays down to sound.
fuck? Nothing to do with this out. Who's moving him back? You're shitting me. We're gonna get Maxine Dupree. Now, granted, that outfit. How you doing? I mean, take me to your leader. Becky's beating up Maxine right now. We're gonna get Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree.
And AJ Lee helps Maxine win.
Spicy. Is that Geekbox running the merch store?
Yeah.
It might be. It might be, folks.
Seth
I cannot confirm nor deny.
How much does the clothes cost in the Matrix?
The Matrix. How can they see me?
Don. I don't know who Don Tony is.
Oh.
I'll just read them.
I know some names that he's naming.
None of the ones I was hoping for. JD, I mean, we know he blocks everyone for anything. So I like Days. Days seems like a nice guy. He's been around forever.
He's like the Switzerland of wrestling.
He really is. Never involved in shit.
Has never on any side of anything ever. Yeah,
Just
no.
happy.
Well, I know Tony. I know Circle of Debate. Two Ropes. I don't. JD, we have fun with his Fast and the Furious ass. Pause. Yeah, and Days is the fucking Switzerland of pro wrestling content.
Right.
As I got Dirty Dom now up here with Saxton.
Yeah, as we hit the commercial break, Dom pretty proud of himself.
But so we're gonna get Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm okay with it. It's not great.
Really,
it's not like...
you of all people, and I know you want to come at me with things, but you're gonna be fine. Of Maxine Dupree, the fucking Men in Black alien, versus Becky Lynch.
If she manages to get a match, it's either going to be a dusty match where Becky just beats the shit out of her to lead to somebody better getting out of there to help, or it's going to be one of those like surprise roll up. I mean, Maxine wants to wrestle. We'll see if she's learned anything.
But does she want to wrestle?
She wants to wrestle.
Put her with Natalia.
She has been.
Really. Well, you should have. I would rather see Natalia versus Becky than Maxine versus Becky.
Fuck. I mean, we've seen Natalia for decades. Give someone new a chance. They got to start somewhere. You got to put her in the ring. What?
You start with a space alien?
Well, she's been around for like 5 years. You're either going to use her or not. As Penta
interrupts Dom.
Oh, let's go. Penta for the AAA title?
That's the thing. Is it for the IC belt? Is for the AAA belt? Does he still got beef with Judgment Day and it's for the tag belts?
Right? No, Ren St. Clair is not the answer, Richard. Ren St. Clair is not the answer to any question.
Well, I like Ren. Why don't you like Ren?
What do we like about Ren?
She has a personality.
I guess. So does Cheese Whiz. I don't want to see it on the wrestling show.
Cheese Wit or Cheese Whiz? Oh,
what?
I don't know. I was trying to do a Philly State joke. But Ren works as kind of a manager. I don't know if she works as in ring. She works the same as Maxine Dupree at minimum.
Right?
So I've just got an overhead shot of the crowd. I think they thought they were coming back from commercial before they were coming back from commercial. Now we're coming back from commercial as we've got an overhead shot of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Beautiful, beautiful shot of the city.
It's so pretty. Timmy Penta for both IC Championship and AAA Mega Championship, both on the line. Ooh. Do you constantly run them together, or do you kind of got to split them apart?
I mean, eventually you can play that game depending on how you want to roll it. I mean, it's a tough shout, but he has that ability. As here comes Seth and Becky.
Why did I go into that? No, it's just Seth.
Oh, okay.
How do you feel as the resident anti-Jerican that he's got very much a theme song that the crowd sings along with as the prominent, probably some might say the number one heel in the company, but everyone still cheers for him. I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. Everyone sings along with his theme song.
Here's the interesting part. They actually choose. Like, it's not like they're handed it. Now, I would like the heel, if the fans are getting into it and really like singing, to change the music. You don't want them singing. That's my preference. But I guess they're sticking to it because it's enjoyable and the fans love a good sing along. They boo them though. Like, they stop singing and start booing. It's weird shit.
They did that with Chris Jericho, so that's why I'm questioning.
Yeah,
because
no,
it kind of feels close to it.
Like, the woes are just kind of like, I mean, Chris Jericho, I felt like, was handing out lyrics to his songs. It was ridiculous. But
all
yeah,
right, so we're going to take this from the third verse now.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I've said when Seth changed and they became the visionary, maybe the Vision, the Vision, could get their own song, right? And stop this sing along. You don't necessarily want the crowd singing along with the bad guy.
But we haven't ever seen the Vision. Well, we've rarely seen the Vision come out as a collective. We've really seen parts of it. We've seen 20 and 20. We haven't seen 2020 Vision.
Right. Seth, Sting, Rollins.
I mean, he always messes the baseball bat. Yes, he's even timing how long they're singing along with them. And even once he starts to go, I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth. And they're going to go into freaking Rollins. Like, that's the thing, is it is a tinge on that Jericho level, at least, of like, you're supposed to be the dastardly Dudley Do-Right. You're supposed to be the evil man here. And we're cheering for your whole song. We're popping for your, catchphrase. Yes, we'll boo you once someone like a Punk, someone cooler than you comes out. But yeah,
they just want to sing. Like, it's the funniest shit. I would recommend coming up with something new that they don't sing along to, for sure. I mean, again, I didn't like when Judas did it. I don't like when other baby faces do it. You almost want to stop, or you have him literally be like, can you guys shut up? And then they instantly chant Punk. Like, is the funniest
is so
shit.
Confusing.
Right? Like, they instantly, like, is your music done? Good. It's crazy.
The second the music turns off, they start chanting for CM Punk. It'd be like, oh, Young Bucks. Like, what?
Now OTC.
OTC.
See, they just want anyone to beat him up, but they like his song.
Seth got on the DDP stalker outfit. Yeah.
Right.
I do like the chain, I will admit. I like the kind of new Seth Rollins logo. It looks like fucking Jaguar or something.
Say something, for fuck's sake.
No! This is when you can sit there and do that. I got you eating out of the palm of my hands. We were literally just arguing for 5 fucking minutes about his goddamn song, how they cheered for him.
We get it.
So we've got them eat down in their palm. Hey, name me an AW wrestler that can sit there in the ring for 10 minutes and not say a word and be over the whole time.
There's a list of them. Now let's move on.
Name them.
In this company alone.
Oh, no, I said AW wrestlers, and you said there's a list of them.
Oh, I didn't hear the AW part.
Yeah. No. You said it.
Am I an AEW? Like, how did AEW get pulled into this?
Because I don't see an issue with this.
I just want him to just fucking start speaking. We got to fucking move.
And he's speaking now.
Like, fucking get to the point.
He's got a meat down in the palm of his hand. Milk
Yeah.
it in. Drink it in,
Okay.
man.
We've drank. The cup is empty. Fucking talk.
Thy cup runneth over.
This is where people start going, fuck, this show gets do
No,
something.
I don't mind this.
Do something.
He's got a promo.
Right?
My voice got high for no reason.
KJ hates dramatic pauses. Not at all. Just let's go. The Seth is over dramatic. Loves it. Can't get enough of it.
Well, he looks like he's goddamn an extra in the fucking Goofy movie out here. With them goddamn high-ass shoulder pads and everything.
Now, they gave us a nice video package to try and sell us on Crown Jewel a little bit. Now Seth is cutting a promo. So when people say, why should we care about Cody versus Seth? What we're being sold is you care because this is best on best. And I want to prove that I am the number one guy in this company. That guy is 1A at best.
I will admit, I was very critical initially of this and said it was a glorified house show. It still might be. But with them doing the video packages and everything, sells you on Cody's pretty much always had Seth's number, and Seth can't fucking stand it and eats him alive. And it's that it might be an all-star game. It might be, the Pro Bowl of pro wrestling. But they at least make you believe they give a shit about it. I know that I'm not going to be both champions after I leave here, but I'm going to know I beat him.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I mean, Cody got it last year. Big win over Gunther. He got his ring. Liv got her ring. Now we'll see what happens this year. Steph, Tiffy. I mean, that to me, just give it to Steph and call it a day.
I didn't even think about the ring thing.
And then Seth, I think Seth is the guy.
Does Seth need to win it to validate a little bit more of him as the guy, as to him being as prominent as the leader of the Vision, pretty much the figurehead of Monday Night Raw? Is it one of those Cody can take the L, Seth needs it more?
Yeah, I don't think either Cody or Seth need anything.
Okay.
If Seth loses to Cody, he'll show up the next day and be perfectly fine, and the crowd will be back to singing. Like you said, I mean, I don't know how many people are actually putting a lot of clout into it in addition to that, but neither one of these guys will be somehow dramatically affected by losing at Crown Jewel.
But if you're showing the video packages and everything of how Cody's pretty much had Seth's number and Seth's, the leader of a new group and a new faction and everything like that, doesn't it kind of bolster him a little bit if he at least gets
Sure, it would help him, but that wasn't the question. The question was, does it hurt him? Does not hurt him.
No, I didn't. Actually, that wasn't the question.
It does not hinder him. It does not pull him back. He does not need to win. Do I think he will win for reasons like the fact that he's sitting at the top, that he does have this faction? For sure. But I can't help but think that, and the chat can let me know how y'all feel out there, Crown Jewel could not come at a worse time. Coming off of WrestlePalooza, the last thing we needed was a pay-per-view that had matches that we don't really give a fuck about. And two of your main matches for Crown Jewel are, we're just doing it for fun.
But are they? I agree with you, but at the same time, are the quality of the matches going to outkick their coverage?
Well, it does.
I was wondering what we were going to get because you had him and mentions and name drops Roman Reigns and goes into this whole thing and then stops. And you feel like you're waiting for something, but adrenaline. We saw the bus in the parking lot.
Right. Is this the main event window? Or no, we're going to go past the hour. So what else do we still have?
No, this is.
We haven't had the tornado tag yet. Both guys should be a factor in that. Now, we did the video package. I don't know if we have to do all of this. This is where this, to me, and I've defended it, but it feels so long since anything exciting seemed to have happened in the show.
I actually don't really fully hate this. If I think that this is a nice little bit of I'm the top dog. No, I'm the top dog. Of you have that quarterback one conversation of you have Dennis Quaid versus Jamie Foxx. I'm Willie Beeman. You have who's going to be going at who and everything. And again, I know I've said that it's a house show of on one hand, there is nothing out at stake outside of pride and ego, but I think the fact that Cody has pretty much had Seth's number, beat him when a guy was out there with a purple peck and everything, that Seth feels like he needs to justify and rectify this situation of I need to beat you, Cody, of I need to, finally, Thanos needs to beat Captain America or however you want to spin it.
Yeah, okay. We'll see what they do.
Man of many words.
I don't know. I just don't know. Like, we're just like, get in there. Like, same thing I'll say to fucking Cody. Like, let's get going. Like, let's get to our fucking points, guys.
Is the biggest handicap on that situation of this is nothing but for pride and ego. There, like, no title changes hands. There is no true consequences outside of pride and ego on this. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, I think what helps them a little bit is the idea that Seth and Cody have the history that they just sold us on. Because last year with Gunther and Cody, they had to just kind of sell it on the guys want to win. This
America versus Austria.
Right? And Seth is due to get a dub. And here we go. Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Mayor Rhodes.
Well, and I know you're not a fan of, and well, we've talked about it bothly, of house showy kind of booking. But the match is going to deliver. The match is going to very much outkick the booking coverage.
We said that about Drew and Cody. How did that work out?
Well, no. Did we say that about that?
Yes, we did. We have it on tape. So that's my concern.
Burn that tape.
Yeah, right? Like, will this outkick its coverage? And maybe it does. I just... I think it's bad timing coming off WrestlePalooza, which was a very kind of average show, and felt like we sold you on the names to get you in the building, and then we didn't really do a lot. I'm afraid you follow that up with Crown Jewel, it's going to feel like it again. It's going to feel, we sold you on some name stuff, but we're not really giving you much.
Who would you... And I know this is very much putting cart before horses. Who would you blame then? Would you blame Cody? Would you blame the booking? Would you blame all parties involved? Because Cody also seems to have a track record of bland.
I think the booking, like in this scenario, I'm not thrilled with you book these shows. I think WrestlePalooza being thrown in there, and like even the John Brock thing feels incomplete, and I know there's more to come, but now there's this lull. We're waiting to see what happens. I don't know. Like, it just feels like if you're gonna do shows, like big shows every 3 weeks, and as fans, we got to give a fuck every 3 weeks. You got to make us give a fuck, and I feel like you're seeing that kind of deteriorate a little bit over time here. Of like, all right, another show, but
yeah. Well, and I agree with Chris. Blame the NFL writing team.
Right.
But does it need to go at least back to like every 6 months or so to where there's a PLE or anything? Like this every 3 months, if even that, every 3 weeks. I forgot even 3 months of literally twice a month almost. That you need to stretch this out a bit more so you can flesh some things out. I don't need a 2-page chapter when I would rather enjoy a 5 to 10 page chapter.
Yeah. No, and I gave Triple H credit when he first came in that he was making the shows more spontaneous, and you're more likely to get something big on one of the weekly shows. But now you're doing pay-per-view so often, you kind of can't. have all the big moments all the fucking time. So it's just a matter of spreading it out. Maybe it's just the run here. And I defend WWE as far as like, nah, it's, people are saying it's boring and da da da, but they're delivering good matches and good stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like in a chase to be like the richest sports company ever, that they're just losing. They're overdoing it. And I think they're going to end up like the UFC, where people are just like, I can miss this one. I'll see the next one.
Yeah, well, there's this weird dichotomy discussion of, are they doing too much or are they doing too little? Is 5 matches on a PLE too little? But
right.
when we're having, 2 PLEs a month and everything, is that too much?
Well, that's, yeah. I mean, again, like load up one instead of 2 small ones, right? Because the 2 small ones are taking as much time as that one big one. I'd rather tune in once in a month for a big show that feels special, feels kind of cool. You built to it. Now it's just like, I don't know. It just feels like you want us also to watch your NXT content. You want us to watch your other content. All right. So we're here for No Mercy. Then we get into Crown Jewel. Then we're back for Halloween Havoc. Like, it's just this constant, holy fuck, guys, take a break. Go ahead, Nick.
As a pro wrestling fan, as a content creator, as a pro wrestling viewer, in any aspect you need to spin this, I would very much rather have one pay-per-view from that promotion a month. Like, if you want to throw in an NXT, then cool, great, you can have that, because you probably do it every couple of months and everything like that.
Yeah.
I remember, and I always enjoyed, where you would spend almost, like, say, the entire month of October to build to something for the pay-per-view. They've done it before. They'll do part of it with Survivor Series. I don't like to wear, and again, not even just saying it as a content creator, because trust me, we'll be here watching anything and everything and still be losing our minds for all of it. But as a wrestling enjoyer and want to really see stuff fleshed out and see stuff be the best it can be, give me one pay-per-view a month.
Well, I think
30 days. You're telling me you can build a great story in less than 30 days?
No, and that's what it feels like. So we end up feeling recycled. Cody comes out on a Monday after a pay-per-view and has one of these promos with his opponent. And then he does that for a couple weeks. Then we get maybe a bit of a scuffle. Then we get the match. And then on the Monday, he shows up and the next opponent shows up and he tells him how he's doing it for his daddy. And I'm doing like it becomes too much. Like, you're resetting so often that, like, now we're saying the same shit with Seth and Cody that we just said with Drew and Cody.
I will say this. AEW is too all over the place to where if you're not fucking Scatman, you can't follow it. If you're not trying to find out who Pepe Sylvia is, you can't follow around with AEW storylines. WWE is getting a bit to this point, and you can tell it's gone too far, if we're even saying it, to where it has gotten repetitive. It has gotten redundant. It has gotten, we have 2 pay-per-views a month when we really should have one. We have,
what?
God damn it, can't she take a shower?
Bathe this lady.
Do we not have an eye wash station? There's OSHA's
like
coming after WWE in this arena right now.
My eyes hurt. Like, she looks like me after Puff Puff Pass. Like, what are we doing?
She's Smurf Leahy. I know I said to you that. Smurf Leahy versus Smurf Rhea. And now but that's the thing, is she didn't start like this. She's now rubbing it on her body and everything. Like it's some goddamn roachin' to turn her into Smurf. She's still got glittery bedazzles in the middle of her eyes.
I have this shit. Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like, it's funny as hell. Like, I don't know. But I think, like, I will honestly say AEW has, I believe, 10 pay-per-views in a calendar year. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Like 10 actual pay-per-views. Don't count their special shows. I think it's 10. I think 10's a good number because you can kind of stretch that over 12 months. You don't need one every month because you run into holidays and shit like that. So 10's nice because a couple shows might have a bit of a longer run apart. The emphasis and the challenge I put forward to Tony is write better, make better stories, and make your weekly show more entertaining. That's and stop booking 25 shows that you didn't. If you don't build to the match, don't book the match on the pay-per-view.
AEW has had every opportunity to get the rebound, and unfortunately, they keep, putting in 5'10" centers and everything to catch a rebound on a 7'2" Shaquille O'Neal type of shit. They have had every opportunity to steal some momentum and run with it, and instead they would rather just trip over their own, what? Because that's the thing is, we're at this point of we're calling WWE's number before they even run it. At this point of, all right, I know you're going to run to their outside here of we're going to just shift our linebackers here. It's getting to that point with WWE a bit.
Right. AEW keeps Angel. What is that supposed to say?
Angel Reesing their rebounds. This is a WNBA reference. And Angel Reese out there.
What is the WNBA?
Oh, why you got to set me
up
with this one? But yeah,
is that league where toys keep getting thrown on the field? I don't know.
Well,
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there's a reason why the dildo term exists and everything also as well. But yeah, no. Angel Reese is known for she-bounds and everything instead of rebounds. Of pretty much, she caused the rebound and she managed to come down with it.
Muggsy Bogues, let's go, Muggsy.
Yeah, no, 100% of, hey, this is describing the Wrestling for Life Network. You heard of the Dream Team? Well, we're the Mean Team. If I hit them high, hit them high, hit them high.
AJ Lee in the poll. Yes, Big Dog. Big Dog got confused by cleverness.
Right.
Up next, AJ Lee against the Americanos.
And again, they just announced that they have Grande Americanos on the menu and didn't even tell anybody.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's funny as shit.
Yeah, why? So what was their tag team name of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate before they turned Grandes?
Were they the No Quarter Catch Crew?
No, that's Dempsey.
Well, it was something like that. Fucking Republic.
Oh, yeah, they were. Shit.
No Catch Republic.
Yes.
What does no catch mean? Like, I'd like to be in the Catch Republic where we catch what we're looking for. Or
catch can say no
catch makes me sound like I got no hands. Like it makes me feel like I can't Angel Reese it.
What good way you do me? Got away with no hands.
That's the only person in the NBA I've ever heard of is Caitlin Clark. Sorry.
WNBA?
No coverage of the WNBA in not much anyway.
In Canada hates the WNBA.
We just got a WNBA team, I think. The Toronto something or others.
Folks, make sure you go and get the Toronto Something Others merchandise right now. Soon to be the newest sponsor of the Wrestling for Life Network.
I'm just endearing myself to all the
6'7" women in Toronto.
The Toronto Tempo.
Oh.
2026 is when they begin. The Toronto Tempo.
I would take an Argonauts jersey over a Tempos jersey.
Wait, what?
I said I would take an Argonauts jersey, the Toronto Argonauts.
Oh, yeah.
Over a Tempo jersey. That's all I said.
I'd take the double blue any day.
Fair enough. I wasn't trying to offend. I just
didn't hear you.
Two Toronto teams.
Toronto Tempo. Let's go. Listen, no, it's nothing but love. It's not my fault they don't get coverage.
Are they going to just start playing Drake before every game? I got enemies. I got enemies.
Probably. I mean, isn't that what the Raptors do right now? Dragon Lee's got a mic, and I want to go to bed.
There you go. But I got
Dragon Lee got Bird Lady's old wings.
Yeah, it was fucking chicken. There's chicken jockey, and that man was chicken jerky with fucking coming out with them wings.
Right? What are we doing here?
Yeah, he had Bird Lady's wings if they'd been plucked. AJ and Dragon Lee will lose to Americoni Kaiser. I think words were said there, Chris.
I'll be right back, Nick.
You're good. You can have this. As KJ takes the pause for the cause of Yo Adrian with a quick update. If anyone's interested, Tyreek Hill just had a leg injury, was carted off the field. It doesn't look good. Well, for shame with Tyreek of yes, no, of. I know that there's the Monday Night Football games going on, and still collective opinion right now to everyone out there that's listening. How are you feeling of Monday Night Raw's shift earlier to counter Monday Night Football? My personal opinion, I don't think it's really exactly worked in their favor. I think that was always kind of part of what brought you to watch wrestling and to watch Monday Night Raw was obviously it's pairing with that. And I think now that it's moved out of its time slot, as we've seen with other companies and promotions, when they move out of their time slot, and especially when you don't super publicly announce it or anything, and so we're explaining why AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are a tag team taking on El Grande. So we're taking on the Americanos as we've got Daddy Grande and his two sons out here. Instead of the Hardley boys, we've got the Grande boys. But yeah, so Red Grande is gotta be Tyler Bate, and Blue Grande has to be. Sorry, Red Grande has to be Pete Dunne. Blue Grande clearly has to be Tyler Bate. And the man's got goddamn chesty. You can't hide them mustache, tendencies and genetics behind a mask. Yes, so we're getting the first debut, the debut match. Playa, holla, holla, holla. Of the Grandes taking on AJ Lee without a CM Punk to be seen. Let us know who you're taking. Yo, Adrian, up with this channel. Appreciate you, my guy. I think you've been with this channel, but either way, I appreciate you. Go spread the good gospel of wrestling out there. Go spread the good Grande. Go have an El Grande Americano on me, I guess, is what I was trying to say. But no, go spread the good gospel of wrestling out there. Be a friend, tell a friend. And again, question still stands of as we are on the way, does 6:30 Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time work for Monday Night Raws? Or, hey, it's a Monday. I'm used to it being toe-to-toe with a Monday Night Football. Maybe I switch in between the two, but hey, at least I know they're both going on. Did the time move up hurt Monday Night Raw? As the Grandes with the double tag team moves. And you have Red Grande, and I guess that's all I can say. Anyone else got a different name for Red Grande and Blue Grande, but we're hitting claws and we're hitting paws, but we're in a commercial break right now. Bravo and Rojo. Well, you can try and say that because I've already been chastised by the chat and by all the members and everything by how I say, mucho gracias and everything. So you can say Rojo and Grande and all of that, what you want to do. Bravo and Rojo. Rojo ashore here. Ripley, Io Sky versus Oscar. Sam makes it 5. Who you what now? Wesley, I'm a not fully read your comment, but I mean, I don't think it's that way, seeing how American isn't a race, it's a nationality. But yeah, so I think it's more funny on that way. But yeah, I think you were trying to aim for something and still managed to fall a day late and $1 short. I guess T's and P's to Tyreek of I'm gonna sound like a cynical Bills fan because he played for Miami and he played for Kansas City, so I don't know if I exactly can find it in me to really sympathize for Tyreek, especially without watching what happened. It's an 8, I don't know. Hey, what do you know? I don't know. One-Eyed Bastard Green Day is the crown jewel theme song. I thought you were going to just say they had the Green Bastards showing up to sing the crown jewel theme song. They got Bubbles out there. Joe Theismann's injury was worse. Oh, I guess it's bad. Oh, well, I'm live, so I can't see it, but it might be. Is it Alex Joe? Well, somebody mentioned Joe Theismann. Is it Alex Smith bad? I mean, again, as a Bills fan, we had Hamlin cease to be on the field. But yeah, I haven't watched it yet. But I got right now Dragon Lee getting countered by Pete Dunne. I'm gonna just call him Pete Dunne. I'm trying to do in row your boat ashore here and everything. But yeah. A snapmare takeover from Tyler Bate on the Dragon Lee. It's like, see, Malik Neighbors, I didn't see yesterday, but MDB, yeah, no, that's really weird that you mentioned the NBA one. Oh, yeah, well, the Gordon Hayward, well, was it the Paul George when he went against the fucking stanchion? Anyways, I'll have to see it. But Ruben, MDB, I hear a rumor that's KJ going to get repackaged as Mi Amor. Da-da-da. Ruben, shout out Jose. KJ is auditioning for the part of Alex Abrahantes as we speak right now, folks. Big Dog, what up? Eric, as a Redskins Commanders fan, both Theismann and Smith's leg injury. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they were scary, but who's commentator tonight? Well, besides us right now, it is Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. But yeah, I clearly have not seen the Tyreek injury and everything. Hopefully, T's and P's. Judging by the sounds, KG is Canadian Americano. That sounds like something Tim Hortons might have. But judging by the sounds of what y'all are saying with the Tyreek injury, T's and P's, and honestly wonder, it's Wade and Testor. Is it Testor? Yeah, it is Testor. God damn it. I thought it was Cole. Mea culpa, as Dragon Lee clearly missed on that. Terrible. But by the sounds of it, judging by Tyreek's injury, he might be done. If it's as bad as y'all making it out to sound, as AJ Lee's firing up clotheslines all the way around. But yes, mea culpa of I'm a bad host here of I'm talking over the commentators, so I couldn't hear that I was Wade and Tessitore and forgot it was them. Yeah, that was definitely a botch. Bit outside. Oh, forearm from AHA. Are we setting up the phenomenal forearm on El Grande Pete Dunno as El Grande Americano gets involved now? Tagging up El Grande Blue and El Grande Red. Hit the double super kick as now dragging. There's more masked men in this match than there are unmasked men. Is it Bravo or Blanco? It's a Pele kick. Kiminushi Guroshi, AJ Styles. Phenomenal forearm on the outside on El Grande. Yo, Adrian, Nick, Tyreek caught the ball and was running out of bounds and overextended his left leg. You can imagine the rest. It was gruesome. But yes, I've seen way worse. We all have. Fair enough. Well, again, T's and P's to Tyreek Hill, as much as I may despise certain aspects of you of, pop into a Styles clash. Tope con Dragon Lee, no Styles Clash. Deux, trois, as AJ Styles and Dragon Lee got the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to watch it after or when I take a pause. But yeah, T's and P's, and again, I guess even more bad news for Miami and surprising news because I feel like at some point during the season, Miami was going to try to trade Tyreek, and at this point, he might be done because the Cheetah was already slowing down, and now if you got a bad wheel, Cheetah ain't cheating anymore. As CM Punk next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. So yes, at the start of October, folks, we're going back to regular Monday Night Raw time. So we've got CM Punk versus, and we've also got Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch. The match Becky Lynch didn't even ask for. No, I'm just being sarcastic. I don't really believe that. I don't even know what you said. I love Los Americanos. AJ Lee 2-2. Lyra versus Roxanne next week. So we're getting a NXT match. So we're hyping up all of Perth, Australia for Crown Jewel. Is this also part of what you pay for when you pay to have a WWE show in your city, in your continent, and everything, of how much we're going to put over your city? Hey, I can appreciate Triple H doing Lear and Roxanne again. There you go. 5'10" with no wheels. His superpower is gone. Fair. I, at this point, even entirely forgot. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. It took me a minute where we're going with Tyreek. Yeah. No. Tyreek's. Yeah, that whole thing. Now you're going to have guys. James Worthy already took over, or Xavier Worthy, sorry, already took over Tyreek's role with Kansas City, and now he's become passe. Now it's almost become a trend to draft a smaller wide receiver with wheels that you can just play in a slot, which was a thing before. Shout out the Patriots with Edelman, Welker. Tyreek reinvented the position because he had extra wheels, but Xavier Worthy's taking a spot with the Chiefs, and the Dolphins are tanking at this point. I don't even know what to make with them.
Dude, it's not a pretty video to watch. It's not. He's done.
Fair enough.
Your foot is not supposed to point that direction. Put it that way.
Is Sid Vicious? Is it Sid Vicious off the top rope kind of vibe?
So when he catches the ball on the sideline and lands on his back, kind of, but it gets caught up. But when his legs come up in the air, his one leg's not coordinating with the rest of the body. So it T's and P's out to Hill because it does not look good.
Well, and I got Tiffany and Stephanie. Is Tiffany just trying to look more and more like Sabrina Carpenter, or am I just imagining this?
Right, maybe.
But yeah, no, as somebody who's been a fan or been against most of the teams he's been on, I still never want to see anybody have a traumatic injury like that. And at this point, being in your 30s, being known as a smaller receiver that's just a guy that gets behind people and is shifty, and if you've got a broken wheel and a broken axle, you might be more on the outlier than anything.
Right. So yeah, Tiffy and Stephanie exchange words, setting up their match. I mean, I'd like to see a little more for them, being that like Cody and Seth got a video package and time on, in the ring. The women get a little more of just a slight exchange in the back, but
it's Tiffy's time running out and everything.
I
and
think
also, so you had all the controversy around that whole finish. Like Tiffany's title run has been marred by kind of meh.
Well, I think it was a case of she got popular super fast and it made sense. But I don't know if she was quite ready to hold on to the brass ring as long as she has.
Yeah, well, it's also been a lot of redundant storytelling and everything.
Yeah.
And now at this point, like Stephanie feels like the one with the momentum going into it. So it feels like Tiffany's the placeholder to take an L.
Right. Dale saying no, Tiffany better than Liv. I don't think so at this point in history.
No. Well, that Tiffany's better than Liv? No. I would still
No.
take Liv over Tiffany.
I would all around package, better overall performance from Liv at this time.
More developed, more rounded out talent by far.
And seasoned, right? To her credit, she had to go through ups and downs and trials and tribulations, but the Usos make their way through the crowd. We got a tornado tag. You better go.
Well, no, I'm about to go, but I was going to say, shout out to one child that was out there with no shirt on and the fake tattoos on to be an Uso. But yes, no, I'm applause for the cause. I'm going to eat myself away.
There you go. Nick taking a quick pause for the cause. As all we got left is the main event, folks. Get in the chat. I will put a poll up as I apparently still didn't take down the other one. But new poll. Who wins? As the Usos take on the Brawns, as I like to call them. And the show rolls on, folks. Don't forget, tomorrow we're back for NXT. We're here on Wednesday for the birthday party. That is Dynamite. Did I say Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday, we're here for a whole little twist on our Wing of the Ring. And it's going to be fun, folks. We got a little bit of spooky trivia, and we're going to find out who's got tough guts. It won't be about the spicy. It's going to be about the gross. As one, wait. I don't know if anyone can see what I can see right now on the screen, but we are in a commercial break, I do believe. But I felt like Jimmy almost tweaked his leg there for a second, and he almost gave himself a hobble. Let's go. Who you taking? Liv is better. Liv is a better wrestler than Tiffy's the more athletic. Yeah, I don't disagree with the fact that, if you put Tiffy at the same time frame that Liv Morgan's at, Tiffy might be better at this point in her career than Liv is. Right now, Liv's still green. Tiff's still green. Tiff's still showing signs of, botchy or a little bit slip here, a little bit of slip there. Maybe hasn't got a full dialed in grasp of her promo yet. Liv's gone through that, and Liv's now comfortable. Liv gives you good matches. Liv tends to be smooth. Liv can cut a promo. Liv kind of dialed right into who she is. I think we're going to see better Tiffy if she gives up the belt and then becomes a heel. Speaking of heels, I do want to say, earlier tonight, I said there's a chance that Io turns on Rhea. I wonder now, if I think about all of this, if Io turned on Rhea in Australia, what do you think? Could it happen? Let's go. It's pretty 50-50 right now on the votes. Get those votes in, folks. Liv is the women Royal Rumble champion this year. So 2026, Liv wins the Royal Rumble. Highly possible. She's still out. It's October, almost. Well, pretty much on the door. So October, as we run it back with the Usos, the crowd asks for it and they get it. But heel Tiffy run 100%. Liv could be a viable candidate coming back off injury if she's ready to go by the end of January-ish. Yeah, she's a good candidate to come back. She'll probably come back to some love. And if she doesn't win the Royal Rumble, there's a good chance she doesn't win because of either Roxanne Perez or Raquel or both of them. That is highly possible. Yo, I like that, KJ, because if it happens, that's a storyline we can keep going for a long time. I like the longer storylines, the longer rivalries, not one and done. I'm with you. I like rivalries. Like, it's why I like baseball. It's why I like puck. Even when we talk about football, even though shout out Chris, but you have those division rivalries. Those are the best ones. Those are the ones that you dig into. Like, it's great when my favorite team beats up on like the Columbus Blue Jackets. Oh, we're in the back, and Seth Rollins is just staring. Paul is talking to him, like hyping him up, but Rollins doesn't want to hear it. No, Paul. I have to beat him. I have to. All right, so Seth is putting a lot of pressure on himself here. Like, he's obsessed with the idea of beating Cody Rhodes. But yeah, I like that a lot. I like when you get those battles and you're like, it's kind of why I like Punk and Seth so much. It's one of those things that you can move it in and out of. Cody and Seth, I mean, coming back for this, I understand what they're doing. I don't love it, but at the end of the day, when you have, that's the best stories, the ones that you can elongate. And I know some wrestling fans nowadays get really like, oh, they're doing this again. Yeah, we're going to run back certain things because that's how you build the anticipation for the final confrontation. Dozens, let's go. Crowd's still with it. EO won't turn heel now, maybe next year. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. She's sitting there. She's contemplating things. Could she be, kind of similar to Kyrie of like, I got to go say sorry. And everyone's going to go, oh, but she misted her. Yeah, but it was almost like motherly. Like, she misted me because I misbehave. It's that twisted mindset. Well, we are off and running. Remember, folks, tornado tag rules. Io Sky has a big decision to make. Yeah, see, what if she goes the other way, Timmy? I'm thinking about it. I'm not saying I'm sure, but what if? Especially down under. Imagine the boo. Tiffy was a better heel. She is a better heel. She's naturally a heel. It's similar to Charlotte. When Charlotte talks, she feels like a heel, even when she's being a genuine person. Yes, I know what's happening with Alexa and Charlotte right now. Fine. But Tiffy's the same way. Even it's harder to keep Tiffy a babyface because she naturally comes off as an asshole. Sorry, Tiff. Triple H pushes people to get the pops, not the ones who deserve. Yeah, but your job is to get the pops. So that's the catch, Paul. Speaking of getting pops.
The job to get the pops and who naturally comes over as an asshole, I guess, too. One and the
just
same.
All the things, I guess, right?
Right.
But yeah, you're supposed to push the wrestlers to get the pop. That's the job. That's it.
Yeah, you know what I want to really hear on the radio? The songs that people don't get excited for and the people that don't want to listen to and everything like that. What are we talking about here?
No, you're right.
They haven't even taken their shirts off here. Are we still in a commercial break or something?
No, because they're doing Tornado. They're just kind of running around.
Oh, everybody's going to have their camo attire.
As Jimmy got yanked out of the ring.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, again, if you earn the pop, you deserve. Like, again, what would you do?
If you're the one most qualified for the job, if you're the starter on the field, if you show the best in practice that you should be starting in the game, guess what? You're going to start in the fucking game. Sorry, that's the way the world works.
Yeah, and I think at times, and I don't mean this negative, really, just different. AEW, you might argue, they don't book for that pop. Just because someone's getting a pop doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get booked. But then that's when you get small, quiet arenas or small, quiet venues because, yeah, sure, this guy wrestles good, but nobody's excited for it. And nobody's pumped up about
they
it.
Run away from it and prove it doesn't work when you do it that way.
Right. Like, oh, fuck, we all love standing lighting our lighters and wobbling back and forth to fucking, some folk. But, let's get real. we're all getting hyped for the good stuff, and we're paying big money.
I mean, I still want to
Right?
but how many people were losing their mind for Jack Perry showing up?
That, I mean, and again, placement is so important. But if your job in wrestling is to get the biggest pops possible, and if you accomplish that, you get booked. As Jay up fighting, they're on the table, Nick.
Right?
Oh, Jimmy, sorry. Super kick. Down goes Bronson. Wade almost gets crushed. Oh, that's cool. What's up, Nexus?
Oh, look at Braun. Look at Braun. Look at Braun. Braun set up like goddamn Spider-Man, ready to pounce. Clothesline and takes out the table.
I like that. Look at Braun. Look at Braun. Oh, look.
the man's perked up like Spider-Man, ready to goddamn pounce.
Right through the chest to Jimmy. The table collapses, and we either go or come from commercial.
Pause. We're a take on all comers. We can either come or go. Pause.
Right. There was a comment by Boss. Oh, have Rhea join Asuka. That would be a swerve. Then Rhea can be the face of the brand new dominant women's faction, with Asuka being very close number 2. I don't know about that, Boston.
No, because people will turn on Rhea saying that she's overtaking Asuka and pushing her. She's big bullying her out of that situation.
Yeah.
Also doesn't make sense after the whole fact that the big whole turn was Asuka turning on Rhea, and that's the whole confrontation is, do I go with my family or do I go with my friend? Let's get down to business.
That's why when you were on your pause, I was kind of letting the people know. I think Io is gonna turn on Rhea in Australia.
That might be a thing. Just you get the reaction. There has been a lot that tells me that Io's just going to stay babyface. I could be entirely wrong, and it gets really interesting then, and you really help stoke the flames of this, and now you question, though, what you're doing with Io and Kyrie, or they're going to be a tag team if they're the minions under Asuka.
Right? Yeah, does she get the family back together, and does she view, like, I only misted you for your own good, like, I wanted
I woke you back up with that. I knocked some sense into you.
Yeah. So I wonder if it's just going to be kind of that thing, right? Where Kyrie's stuck in the middle. She still wants to be loyal to Asuka, even though Asuka's changed. So is it just a fact of we're going to continue the storyline? It's a rivalry. You might get a little more. Yeah, I think if you kind of have a new formed Judgment Day taking on Rhea Ripley, because whether you like it or not, folks, it takes 3 people.
I'm just sorry. I'm losing my gourd over Braun Breaker out here of just doing the whole Jey Uso talk the whole time after he's just laid this man out.
Yes. See, that's sorry. I was trying to tell you this when Bravo and Rayo. You were like, I don't speak it. I'm like, it's Bravo. That's
I said Bravo and Rojo.
It's an A. Rojo.
So
apparently,
hey, what do you know?
And welcome back, Lady V. But apparently, that's the names that the Grandes are going with.
Red and blue work for me just the same.
I like it. I like Asuka and Kyrie join Becky. Too much.
No, because then they'd be part of the Vision, which the Vision still is figuring out what the fuck they are really. So Jimmy's just laid out, sprawled out, and now the Brawns are just picking the bones clean of Jey Uso.
Yeah. And right before they came out to this match, like, Seth is obsessed. And I mean, I'm surprised that they're actually doing a good job, I think. And I will give them credit because I was critical earlier. But like this obsession, like Seth's like, I have to beat Cody. They're
selling you on the match. And Nikki, you give a shit about a match that you respectfully, we've said shouldn't, but they're going to make it matter. And I like that personal animosity aspect of it. I do also like this of RM saying no weapons used so far. So, hey, you can have to where there's no tags. You can have an AEW tag match without weapons. Holy shit. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, and as far as I knew for the longest time, tornado tag just meant no tags. Like you run around and like you can like, but you don't have to tag.
To me, it also always meant
And
no disqualification.
yeah, see, and that's the disconnect where some when they say tornado tag, it means anything goes. No weapons,
Well,
no weapons yet.
are you one of those? Because I always knew it as a Texas tornado tag. That's where you would have like Terry Funk and everything with
Yes.
it. So that's why I'm saying that's why I always associated
Texas
with
shit
no
goes crazy,
disqualification.
right? Like just like real life, you add Texas, shit goes off.
Exactly. You add Texas anything, football, anything. It's gonna get crazy. Oh, reverse bulldog destroyer. Yeah, so that's why I associate no disqualification, because to me it was always a Texas tornado.
Idris Enofe is leaving the WWE. He was really classy to the coaches, staff, refs, and fans. So Idris, we barely knew you, buddy.
One half of the social gathering, the
Where's the
one
other
that confused
shit.
everyone and fooled everyone. Jay fires back up, shoves Bronson off the top rope. The one who fooled everybody with the WWE chest tattoo.
Yes.
Now out of the company. Super kick from Jimmy.
Yeah, and Jimmy like hitting moves, but selling the ribs in between moves. I love it.
Whoa!
Nice Samoan drop.
And super high with the catch on that and everything. Yeah. Toss that man into a stratosphere.
Adrian, I agree, buddy. I'm with you. He had a cup of tea.
Cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah.
They were in a tag. Idris was in a tag team we affectionately refer to as Social Gathering, and they've gathered elsewhere now, apparently.
Now they've dispersed.
Braun Breaker snapping as he lays in a spear.
Right.
That Samoan drop was insane. So this is where I do defend WWE a little, Nick, because this is good. Like, this is a good main event. Good energy. I like this.
Yeah, and it's good, but I've seen the story a lot.
Oh, here comes Roman. Oh,
Roman Reigns.
Roman is back. Finally. Let's go. We've been
waiting. It feels like we finally uncorked the situation that was waiting to pop off here. And he's not going to come down the entrance ramp. He's going to come from behind.
He's just walking out with a chair. And a pissed off look on his face. The OTC is back. Or TC.
Should he start wearing the Akuma balls necklace and everything? Pause. But yeah. Should he start dressing like Akuma out here?
Right, let's go.
And just hucks Braun Breaker like he's nothing. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
And his big beef is with Bronson. Like, Bronson is the guy that pancaked him.
But he done faced him.
No, it wasn't like match-wise.
Oh, I know after the match and everything, but I'm saying we done been down that match-wise. He's just clattering.
Big chair shot.
So again, though, are we no disqualification? Are we? Because this should be that.
Yeah, we're right back into that question of, okay, tornado tag, anything goes.
Well, that's why I thought we were going to get here. This could be where your Usos win because Roman Romulus reigns.
He's just laying waste. Chucking Braun in.
Roman Reigns, Ava, Roman Reigns. Ava. I still love Santino's Ava.
Ava.
Seth should come out. I want Seth Roman at WrestleMania. Don't disappoint me, Hunter. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
Spear.
I thought Braun Breaker was about to knee that man and just V-trigger the shit out of him.
Right.
He got that up for that spear. So Roman's still building back his own army The island of relevancy has been invaded and Roman's reinforcing the military troops.
Right.
So the Usos pick up the win. Usos.
Shit.
Roman's just, all right, cool. We're done here. I can beat the sugar honey iced tea out of Braun.
But the bloodline stands tall in the original OG
and
bloodline.
look at no Jay saying, give it to him. Well, Jimmy sitting there looking horrified.
Roman Reigns is back.
And paired up with the Usos, and Jay's ready to be right there as the right-hand man again.
Yeah, like the OG bloodline. But Jimmy almost like, not this shit again.
All I can think of is Grand Theft Auto. Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Someone make the meme of that from Grand Theft Auto with Jimmy on that. Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Right.
But again, I've said this. Roman and Jay know what it's not like now to be as a world champion, to be the reach the pinnacle here. Jimmy's not there. Jimmy's kind of been the outlier. He's the lone wolf.
Jimmy's shaking his head. Don't seem as happy as he should. Yeah,
he's going to be the skeptical brother again of, like you said, of we're going to trust Roman again. Jimmy, this is the same guy who did this to us. Think about what he did to us last time, bro.
Right. This is interesting. But
Layers.
OGC is back. OG bloodline came together to get a win. Overall, Nick, that is the show, folks. Give your rating out of 10. We take a rating on every single show that we cover. Let us know what you like, didn't like, and we'll click through before we head to bed tonight. But yeah, an interesting Raw. Not a bad Raw. Some long lulls that kind of took me out of it.
Well, it's still halfway interesting. I'm just now looking down. I'm like, it's 9:30 at night. And I was asking this while you're on one of your pauses of how we feeling now with Raws being early. Do we think do we think it's been effective though? Because I think that you kind of lost that comparable that everybody's going to sit down and they might flick in between a Monday Night Football and a Monday Night Raw, but they both know that they're on at the same time. I don't know if many people are making it, home after a work day and want to rush through dinner so they can watch Monday Night Raw.
I mean, 7 o'clock is tight for some. And again, I do think that wrestling fans are creatures of habit. That's why they get really mad about change. And the idea, I mean, I like we said, next week's at 8 o'clock. So people are going to show up at 7 and be like, fuck. Even if they announce it, which they did, people are still going to fuck it up. And then you jump forward. The next week is at 8 a.m. unless you have to wait till 8 p.m. So that's the moving around, the bouncing ball gets a little irritating to people who are very habitual.
Yes, as habitual offenders, we've been pretty much kind of in this situation now for most of the summer and going into the fall of it's tic-tac-toe. When's the show going to go?
Yeah, for sure. And we've had a lot of those questions of where can we watch it and when is it on and who's going to watch it where. And it's interesting. Like, it's a good perk if you're international and you can watch it the minute, like if they're live at 3 a.m, you can watch it if you want to. And then again, the American audience has the plight of trying to find a way to see it or waiting until it's normal cable time. Like, it's a tough break.
And doing this on the social media
all day. Right?
But,
go ahead.
No, I was going to literally ask you as you're reading off ratings of what you gave tonight. So we're in sync.
So we do take a rating out of, for all the shows out of 10, folks. Monday Night Raw tonight, it had some high points. Roman comes back at the end. Great. I mean, we've seen this script kind of play out. I'm curious how it works because Seth was fixated on Cody. I know somebody in the chat said, why didn't Seth come out? But Megatron doesn't run out when his troops are getting beat up. He hangs back. That's
Optimus Prime shows the fuck up. He does.
Yeah. No. But Megatron hangs back if the battle doesn't feel like you're winning it. So I don't have any anticipation that Seth should have come out. That's a losing battle for villains. Don't tend to do heroic things. So just because my guys are getting beat up, the natural inclination is I should help them. However, a villain generally doesn't have that natural inclination.
But he was in the segment before they walked through the curtain.
Yeah, but he's totally fixated on Cody. And in addition to that, I wouldn't expect the bad guy, like the Penguin, the Joker. You pick a bad guy, and when his guys are getting boofed, he kind of hangs back and waits.
So he's Skeletor, you know.
Right? Yeah.
I'll get you next time.
Right? So the rating out of 10 for Raw tonight, I think because of some of the lulls and some of the stuff that I kind of disconnected from, I feel like today was a little more average. I'm going 7.
Ooh. I was gonna go 8 because I feel like this has kind of been a bit of a bloomin' onion. Fitting that they're going to Australia, so I had to make the tie into the Outback Steakhouse. The main event is kind of what really sold me on it and everything. And you had the promo segment between Seth and Cody. You had the opening segment with Rio, Io,
E-I-E-I-O.
yeah, E-I-E-I-O, Gail Kim, catch a tiger by their toe. But Asuka, Kyrie out there, you have the IC title match. I was even actually entertained by the Grande, the El Grande Cappuccino Mocha Frappuccino match, even though I didn't know Rojo from Rojo or anything like that. But overall, I think this show it blossomed, it bloomed, it kind of, it started to finally get towards a point here and everything.
That's fair. I understand that. And I get it that I might be a little bit more just like, I don't know. There was a
no, and that's the thing is I can fully see your point of it.
Yeah.
Like you can literally, I think it's almost of the coin of two flips with that.
8 from Richard, 9.5 from Jamie, and he loved it.
Well, that's very high. That's very high.
Jimmy is mad because Jamie said we don't need help, and you are out here accepting help from Roman. It'll be very interesting. We've been down this road, and I do think, okay, Roman came back tonight, and we all popped. Yay, it's exciting. But how many times do you get that bullet? Like, oh, hey, Roman's back again. Roman's back again. Like, does that wear out at some point? But I'm happy to see the bloodline, and I'm curious how Jimmy falls into this.
Well, and I'm interested with that. I'm interested to see where all of this, there's a lot of players on this field, and I'm interested to see where they go with this. And you mentioned something with AJ Lee helps Maxine Dupuis versus, Becky Lynch, and just even to see where that goes. I know they're doing it next week, but there's still so many other little tangible things that float that I kind of like and that are just hanging around.
Yeah, I mean there is a lot of balls up in the air. We'll see what one's. I hesitated because I knew where we were going. 8 out of 10 knee pads. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. So again, I might be a little bit of the outlier. Paul 6. I mean 6 seems so unfair. But again, I mean I said 7. So what the fuck? But I felt like I was low tonight. 6 seems a little,
Yeah, well, it's one of those. I know we don't always fully require, but you might at times need an explanation if you're going to go
8,
below a passing grade. You might need to explain your work.
Yeah, Paul was not looking forward to Raw tonight prior to Raw, so that might be why he's a bit of an outlier.
Yeah,
8 out of 10. We appreciate it though. 8.8. We're not telling him he's wrong. Just might have a preconception.
You're not right. We're not telling you wrong, but you're not right.
Roman, the Usos, Cody, John Cena. There's your super babyface team. The Vision, Brock Lesnar.
I've also, do you even want to CM Punk or anything?
CM Punk, then who would be the 5th on the other? Pick another big Drew.
Well, it depends on if you have John Cena in it or not. Because do you think that they're going to follow up anything with John Cena and Brock, or is that just a one-off? I would hope, and I thought they would, and they ain't.
But I think that sometimes, I agree with you. Like, okay, we're going to, all right, but you didn't. How long do I stay kind of interested? We'll see where you go.
I'm more excited already for AJ versus John Cena than I am for a rematch of Brock versus John, being honest.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I mean, maybe Brock shows up in Crown Jewel and body slams somebody. 7 out of 10 from Bernard. 8. Good opening, good ending. A lot of mid in the middle. That seems real. Like I kind of felt that way tonight. I enjoyed how it started. I liked how it finished. didn't love some of the stuff in the middle. Though I admit Seth is starting to make me kind of care a little more about this match because it's such a personal. Like I cannot lose to that blonde motherfucker again.
That's the thing is that they needed to do with this. It's not going to be for a title,
right?
It's not even going to be truly for a pecking order position.
The ring.
This has to feel personal at this point.
Yeah,
they made it feel personal.
Yeah, it's like fucking Cody is the KC Chiefs and fucking Seth is the Bills, right?
Don't make Seth Rollins Josh Allen right now.
Right?
Actually, I'll take that. I will take Seth Rollins as Josh Allen because we're going to burn it down.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Fifth return in 2 months. Yeah, is that too much? That might be too much.
For who? No, for Roman? Yeah, but he's
that's his
spot show. No one is it a thing because of how Roman is? Because he's now into, to me, that Dwayne sphere ish and everything, that he gets chastised for the same thing that other wrestlers like Cody's come back not too far off of this and on the same level and everything, but Cody still very much gets the pass, while Roman he's Hollywood.
Right. I give it a 9. Hilarious moments of the night was the Becky Lynch kicking Tozawa's ass. That was good. Adam Pearce therapy session with the New Day and Bronson Reed destroyed the announce table was awesome. Thank you, Christian.
Now that he said that, that's making me halfway think. I know I said an 8. I'll go 7.5 because there was like a botch. No, there was like a botch match.
Well, we had the Asuka miss the kid. I mean, again,
and it happened. There was one that happened during Dom Rusev. Like there was a botch.
There was 2 in the main event late. We gotta clean our shit up here, people. Raw is missing a good non-title singles feud and a good tag division. Raw has no tag division, and they flirt with it, but it's not a strong tag team division. And
your tag team division is right there in front of us, and it's more involved in the world title division than it is the tag team division.
I'd put the tag belts on these guys and have them out.
Braun and Bronson should be your tag champs right now. They should be your 2-man power trip type shit.
Right. Jordan says 10 out of 10. Damien 8.5. It's Netflix. Anything goes. Who you calling?
Who you calling Hibachi?
Why Hibachi? What?
I don't know.
We'll run that back. Let me know what I missed there. 8.5 out of 10. 7. EO Smurfs. Even though I want to shit on it, KJ is right. Gotta call it the way it is. Wouldn't make sense. Yeah, I don't love the situations where the baby faces outnumber the bad guys, but I mean Roman took a big beating, so if there was ever a moment that Roman kind of got one up, and it's one of those things where you can almost picture like Seth being like, I should go, and Becky being like, are we sure? We'll see if they're okay tomorrow.
She's playing the wise man, the psychologist walking back behind him on the couch there, but it's also the baby faces have gotten beaten up and jumped for how many weeks now? So at some point, they need to get their lick back.
Yeah, I mean, Roman, the Usos have taken a lot of beatings. The fans have said too many beatings. Do remember, that's kind of how you're supposed to feel. But Roman kind of gets one back tonight. Now, what will the response be? And now does Paul start looking around going, we need more firepower. Who can we get? Where's Oba? Get me Oba on the phone.
Get out of my head, because I was literally about to start doing the whole, almost Emmy-tots and everything of now that this man is free of the NXT title.
Right.
Everybody's all but assuming he shows up on the main roster. And could he be a hired gun? Is he a Hulk smash?
I like
anybody out there.
Yeah, I said it last night, actually. Like, it'd be really cool because Paul can sell him. Like, Paul's always the guy that's like, out with the old, in with the new, like to keep himself young and relevant. So Oba would be the next kind of big thing where he, all right, like, and almost have it like a war game style match. And there's one spot open and it's Oba's music. And he's now that Paul guy. And Paul becomes more dangerous because he controls that guy.
Braun Breaker, already only 2 years under Paul Heyman, already the old guy.
Yeah, right. Like Braun hasn't even hit his
2
stride
years
yet.
after the draft, you're the old guy.
Paul planning ahead. He making extra grilled cheese.
You planning ahead.
Right. He making extra grilled cheese for later.
I'm making it at night, Dad.
7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I did not pop for
You just
Roman.
made me fucking hungry for goddamn grilled cheese, asshole.
Thank you for the hashtags, Josh. 7.8 out of 10. I'm assuming her. All right.
I could halfway even agree with that. I know I gave it an 8. I'm still like it's. I pointed out that it's got to get some dings and notches on it for. It wasn't a clean night. I'll say that. There was almost a very noticeable missed moment, a segment.
Yeah, there was some stuff. And again, I feel like because we're turning these shows over so fast, it's hard. I mean, I think Hunter and the group are seeing the big picture. Well, we can do a fucking pay-per-view every weekend, and wherever we are, we're gonna sell out, or eventually you gotta be careful, because all Trips has to do is look across the hall at Dana White, and the UFC might be fucking worth billions, but it's not as exciting.
You don't catch every fight card for the UFC. I'll fully admit that. Not at all.
And time I did.
Oh, for sure. Well, that even when they had the pay-per-view model, you'd be willing to get a bunch of buddies together. We all put $10 in a pot and we can watch, UFC 3 Sunday or other. But which is hurting WWE more right now? Ticket prices, too many shows a month. I guess I dare if I'm going to make a poll out of this of fan backlash or fan outrage, ESPN deal, I guess. But I'm trying to think of like options, because it's got to be between either ticket prices to attend it.
Though, like, I mean, us people are unhappy about the ticket prices.
Us wee little people,
right? We'd like to, but I don't think the ticket prices are weighing on people, because tonight was a sold out crowd.
But it will be so then it is having so many shows within a month. More of the issue of that you're burning out your audience.
I think
you're burning the candlestick at both ends, essentially.
And I think it's like any good, like if you read out through history, the fall of most big major armies throughout history was they got they spread themselves too thin. So everything's going well. You're conquering a bunch of countries and you got all the riches, but then you start spreading yourself thin and your empire gets bigger. That's kind of what I feel like could happen with the WWE. It's not happening in 2025, but if they're not careful, and I think this is where Tony Khan has an opportunity, if he can get his shit together and offer kind of a grungy alternative, it would draw more eyes, because it's so corporate and it's so much in an attempt to counterbook AEW. They added extra shows. They did things they don't normally do. They're monopolizing Saturday nights. So now we got No Mercy Saturday night. We got a Halloween Havoc Saturday night. And if you're a fan that likes to take in as much as you can, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I know, how can you complain about getting too much of a good thing? There is too much of a good thing. Everybody.
Well, we don't even know at this point if it's really a good thing or if it's just an adequate thing.
It's forcing them to do things quickly,
faster than they want to do, and less. The quality has dropped off.
Yeah, so you're not really, you're not really building the flavor. You're just fast frying it and getting it off.
It's fast food versus, your favorite local restaurant. I'd rather go and sit there and go to Jim Bob's, the Son of Gods, instead of McDonald's.
Yeah, that drive-through might hit the spot in the moment, whatever, but you're not going to do that constantly.
But AEW's only way to really counter it at this point, because the counterbooking thing isn't going to happen anymore. That's already gone out the window. You just have to get good at storytelling. You have to get good at creative, which is the biggest weakness, though, for AEW.
Yes. Like, I don't care about their booking. I don't care about their counter booking. Don't move your shows. If they book a Saturday show, fuck it, run yours, because you've already proven your core audience is dedicated. So you're not going to lose a chunk of your core audience going up against the.
You're going to look better if you stand 10 toes down on business than if you blink.
Yeah, so I think that's where they're at with it. And if they just, we've said it for a long time, Nick, stay your lane, be you, improve, like work on in-house. Don't start trying to add things or
This is
do
what we
extra
do.
things. Worry about in-house. We can't control the exterior environment. Worry about in-house. Get your shit in order. Get your crew fucking running proper. And then when people tune in, give them something that they want to tune back in for.
Hey, doesn't that sound like the
sounds
motto
familiar.
of like if we sat there and walked through a tunnel and slapped you, play like a champion today, it'd be kind of that same motto. But that's to me, Tony.
Yeah.
Stand 10 toes down at this point. You've
Yeah.
already blinked. And where did that get you? You've already done every other way you can go about this.
Yeah.
Stand 10 toes down because, hate to tell you, the tide's turning a little bit. We've even talked about it. Of there is an issue with WWE of it at times is more adequate than intelligent or anything. If it's more of we're just going to oversaturate the market. So if you can be the one that stands out and is different than that and goes toe to toe with them, then you've really got something to hang your hat on.
Yeah, and you just can't write shows that like your core audience
You
salivates
can't
over.
base your show on
Like,
somebody else's shit.
No, just run you and do your thing, but you got to put together a product that more than just the pocket sickos love, or else the company stays where it's at forever. You got to expand that horizon and realize that's such a pocket niche of a niche of a niche.
You have fans wanting to run away from WWE, whether it be
You just have nowhere to go.
Booking, whether it be ticket sales, whether it be because they brought back this person or that person. We've seen allegedly on social media every fan that wants to get off the WWE ship. So Tony should be out there fucking with a goddamn pool skimmer collecting wrestling fans and everything.
He needs one of those.
So I'm wondering where that's happening.
Right? He needs one of those big fucking balloons. Job, come on out.
Right. I'm Tony. You can at least hire, Jose to go and do it. I know that's probably what you're used to go and skim out the pool, but soak up some of these wrestling fans that are out there jumping off the Titanic.
Yeah, man. I think there's a lot to be had. And again, we'll see what they can do. But ultimately, yeah, like I said, I feel like it's when you have a championship fighter and he's getting those easy wins. You know, when someone starts dusting through guys and then all of a sudden he gets a little lazy in his workouts. He's like, oh, I'm so good. And then he catches one, right? Like it was
called Canelo versus Crawford. We saw that last month and everything.
Yeah, right. Matt Serra shows up and pops you by accident, like the one random, like that's kind of what's happening here. But Tony's got to load up the fist and land it if he's going to do it. And it starts in-house. He's got to give better shows. He's got to work on consistency. I know this shit might seem good, but ultimately, I'm going long. It was a good, not great Raw. I give it a 7. Nick gives it a 7.5. I think was final. But
yeah, I knocked it down because of botches.
But ultimately, folks, we're back 7:45 tomorrow night. The fallout from No Mercy. Plus, we have Dynamite, the 6-year anniversary of Dynamite on Wednesday. Thursday, we got a little bit of fun and games as we bring back Wing of the Ring with a twist, a little Halloween twist and a little gross twist. And we will be here, and you guys can show up and laugh at our misery. And then Friday, of course, SmackDown, and so much more coming your way. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Go everywhere. Go check us out. Be a friend. Please tell a friend. And let's keep this family growing as we grind towards 10K subscribers. But, Nick, that's all she wrote, bro.
Let us know in the comments on this video before tomorrow night. Who is your team NXT? Who is your team TNA? And why do they need to go? Generals gathered in their masses. You got William Regal on the staff, and you telling me you can't do a War Games? That's a little bit what I'm pissed at.
I told you, though. I wanted Regal to come out, and right before he does it, Santino, Mike Singh goes, lethal lockdown.
Either way, but you can have that.
Yeah,
let us know who's your team TNA, who's your team NXT. But we will see you on the next time, John Cena. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you better put that full life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Come back tomorrow. Good night.